All right, hello everybody. We are back. Totally starting before the timer went to 0. It's all going according to plan. Chat. Do not be concerned. We are back with the very last part of the Team Hitless charity event for the World Heart Day that the American Heart Association is raising money for. Reminder, all of this money is going towards the American Heart Association, who is working to bring life-saving heart healthcare to people that might not otherwise be able to get it. So it's going to a really amazing cause. Please go check it out. It's very, very cool. And if you have anything to spare, a little does go a long way. And we really appreciate it. We already do have a donation from Hey Blasty with a $15 donation that says, "This event is hype and it's about to get pretty wild. Best of luck to all the runners." Thank you very much, Blasty. And without further ado, I will introduce our runners and our commentators here. So on commentary today, we are going to have no, not Ainrun. We are going to have Captain Domo and Yeats Me Mario. And then our runners for the day are going to be Ainrun, Baryon, backflippius, and actually, in a strange turn of events, me. I'm going to be filling in for Bushido, who had some technical difficulties. So hello, runners. Hello, commentators. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Hello. Oh,
hello.
Okay, it's just me. My name's Captain Domo, also known as Dom. I stream a lot of Elden Ring challenge runs. Currently, as I am hitless, don't have any runs yet, but got a lot of knowledge. So what's up?
What's up, guys? My name is backflippius. I do sorcery and pyromancy hitless runs in a bunch of different games. I planned on cheating today by using sorcery, but it ends up somebody else is going to be cheating even harder than I am. Ing, do you want to introduce yourself?
Welcome to the Team Hitless charity event. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ainrun. I'm not sure what backflippius is talking about, but I just want to ensure we have a fair competition and hope that everyone has fun with this. I'm sure it's going to be very tight and entertaining. If you don't know me, they call me the voice of Elden Ring. Well, my mom calls me that, no one else really, but yeah, no, that's it. I'm doing this for the kids.
For the kids.
For the kids.
It's true.
Always.
Well, without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to our commentators. Dom and Yeats Me Mario. Take it away. You want to count us down?
Hey guys, just going to do a quick introduction on my part as well. My name is Yeats Me Mario. Pleasure to meet you. Done a few hitless runs within Elden Ring, specifically melee only, because typically I love melee with any games. Got to get the parry going, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy it. It's a lovely charity event, and let's all have some fun.
And also, before we get started, I got to introduce the legend Baryon himself. Who
Yeah, I was about to say we skipped him.
Literally just was like being an incredible host, just totally skipped over for no reason at all.
Yeah, hey everyone, I'm Baryon. I've done runs in all 7 games. Love doing hitless and stuff, so excited for the event.
Awesome. All right, so are we counting down now?
Yeah, go for it.
All right,
Please
cool.
do.
All right, so I guess ready, set, go, runners.
Bang.
How's it going, Mario?
Mate, well, thanks yourself. Nice and early in the morning here. Just hit 5 a.m.
Oh, yeah. You're in Australia, is that correct?
Yeah, indeed. From the land down under. How about yourself?
U.S. over here, man. It's currently 1 p.m. It's nice and sunny outside.
Oh, beautiful. Hoping to see some sun later then.
Yeah, the
Bring that
timer's
over here.
Yeah, no, that's fair. The timer's not going. I wonder if Josh knows.
All right, so quick predictions in terms of who's going to be killing Scion. Ainrun, I reckon, is going to be a good start.
Yeah, I'm assuming everybody else is skipping it because that's the smart thing to do, but Ain likes to flex that he knows how to kill grafted scion, so let's see him actually do it. I'd love to see it.
I mean, there was an article written about it as well, mentioning it.
Oh,
Did
for
you
real?
read that one? Yeah.
I did not
that was-
actually know.
I think it was Kotaku. I'm getting that right. Bloody good article.
Oh, very nice. Oh yeah, Baryon's already skipped it. There goes backflippius skipping it as well.
Bang, bang.
Oh, there's the timer. Nice. All right.
Good one.
And okay, let's all eyes on Ain at the moment as he's walking up the bridge. See if he's gonna kill the grafted scion. He does have his
Right.
two-handing sword out, so I'm assuming he is going to go.
I can see him tensing the muscles already.
Yeah.
He's got this.
Hey, he's running forward. He's not running off the edge. That's definitely
Oh,
a
that's a chat
sign of
move.
going for it.
Let's go.
All right.
Baryon and backflip is going up the elevator now. Nice.
Yeah, it looks like Baryon started with the ruin gift to get those extra 3k to start off. I'm assuming he's buying a bunch of stuff from Kale, who's like the first merchant you meet in the game.
What do you reckon is going to be buying off him?
I'm gonna guess some arrows and maybe the cracked pots. That's normally what I do in my run, is going for the cracked pots, arrows, and the recipe book for holy pots to kill death birds. But,
Hell yeah.
We'll see. Oh, here goes Josh now, starting off too. I'm assuming he's running off the edge as well.
Go get him, Josh.
Oh,
do your
there he
best,
goes.
mate.
Oh! Is he
Hold on. Turn of
changing his
events.
mind? Never
Baited.
mind. Okay, there are the cracked pots, the book, and oh, no arrows though. Okay, interesting. And then
Some time not
Flippius.
happening from backflippius.
Yeah, he's selling everything apparently.
Oh,
Armor and
selling it.
shield.
Okay.
Going for the crafting kit. Yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, by the way, Ain is possibly has a down-patched game. So we're looking at an old version of Elden Ring. But still the same Scion that everyone hates. He's doing pretty well though so far.
Actually, really enjoyed Sign, to be honest. I loved it.
Really?
There was a lot of variations within the fight that I thought were really cool and intricate, that very debating. So, for example, sometimes you might, well, I thought for a while, there was like no double roar, and then at one point in time were like 3 roars in a row in my face, and obviously that counts as a hit. So I actually thought it was a really cool fight.
I do feel like, I'm not sure if 1.02 Scion either has more health or the L2R2 doesn't do as much damage.
No, I'm not too sure. Yeah, well, I didn't actually fight time back then. Yeah.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough.
And even the small things like if Sign does a movement to the left-hand side instead of the right, if you try following up on the left side, it actually does a bit of a jump back. But if it goes to the right-hand side, you can actually kind of catch up and roll towards it during those hits and therefore get a free hit. And so, yeah, I really enjoyed the subtle mechanics that Sign has within that.
Yeah, 100%. I used to actually do the tree terrain cheese, where you basically jump into the tree in the way back of the arena, and you can just shoot arrows at it. It can't hit you. Ain does it though. He actually beats Crafted Scion. GG's to him, man.
Let's go.
An extra 3,200 runes in your pocket just for doing that.
Hey, running on the rope as well. This man has no limits.
So it looks like both Baryon and Flippius already have their torrents, going on a collecting spree as it seems.
Yep.
Baryon is going for Nereus to pick up the Reduvia weapon, my personal favorite.
Oh, is that what you currently run for your runs?
Yeah, it's it's one of my favorites. I really think it's underrated personally. And you can
What do
go
you like about it?
Yeah, you can kind of see what Baron's doing right here now to get some early damage in his aim. When an area spawns in, you can get like a free headshot.
Did something happen with Josh, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Josh is he maybe turning off the music or turning down the music?
It looks like he got.
Yeah, don't mind me. I just fixing the music over here.
No worries, mate. Yeah, all good, all good.
We'll count that as one hit. That's all good. No worries. All right.
That's sand hit right there. Sand hit.
Looks like he got a torch under his butt there.
So what's your strategy for taking out Reduvia? You've got an NPC there to help you out.
No, not necessarily. Euro's almost completely useless besides being a human shield.
Gotcha.
What you normally try to do is you kind of just aggro Nereus and keep doing the L2 R2 on the Uchi. It's got insane range, and so you'll get like a bunch of damage off for free.
Nice.
Just keep backpedaling and just do that same attack over and over again. He just keeps running into it.
So you're really utilizing the spacing that you've got with that weapon, your extra range, and therefore he's kind of running into your attack as well, whilst capitalizing on your meat shield.
Oh yeah, 100%. And sometimes what I like to do is just let Euro finish off Nereus, just watch. It's kind of a fun spectacle sometimes. It's like watching a PvP match.
So if you were to leave them to their own devices, who would win? Sorry, mate, go on.
No, go ahead. What were you saying?
Oh, if you were to leave them to their own devices, would the NPC lose, your teammate?
Oh, 100%. Euro loses like 9 times out of 10. He's got no bleed and no damage. He's pretty much, just a human shield at that point. But he's nice. He helps us out.
Knows the way.
What do you think Ain's currently going to be doing after shopping at Kale?
He mentioned he was doing the Sword of Night and Flames. So in terms of the rat, I don't know what it is exactly. Actually, is he?
I'm not sure either. I'll be honest. I guess we'll find out on the way.
Yeah,
which would be really nice.
Watching close.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Baryon just killed Patches. That's always
Josh
good.
Hell yeah, Josh just got the Stone Sword key. What do you reckon is going to be using that? Probably maybe for the, what is it? The Stam region?
That's a good question. I mean, there's so many places you could technically use the Stone Sword keys. You can use them for the Green Turtle Talisman. You could use it for... I normally get it to get the Misericordia dagger. That's in Stormvale. You need keys for that. I mean, there's a couple different options. I mean, it could also be for Volcano Manor when you have to... after Godskin Noble.
Did backflippius take a hit just before? No, that's fall damage. All good.
Yeah.
No worries. So on that note then, what starting item do you think is the best one to start off with?
It depends on what you're doing, to be honest.
Exactly.
It could be build dependent. If you're doing randomizer races, cracked pots are always nice. For 80% hit runs, mostly it's either the gold rune or cracked pots, depending on what you're going for.
Nice.
Starting cracked pots is nice because if you go for the holy pots, you can get those way quicker and kill death birds with those, which is really, really nice.
Sure. Oh, no, Josh. Oh, mate. Unfortunate.
What do you normally start with for a starting item when you play the game?
I typically went with the golden rune, mate. Typically.
That's right.
And I would usually do a bit of a run around because I was doing melee only, and I really enjoyed trying to figure out how to kind of, I took the Titanite route, so yeah, went around, got the Stone Sword keys, got the Misericord as well. Mate, what a brilliant dagger that is. Amazing crit damage. Oh,
it's fantastic. I put red main on that, and they just stun and go for the riposte. It's beautiful.
Amazing.
What do you normally do for your melee only? What weapon do you go for on that?
So initially when I was starting out, I had quite a few weapons. I went for the Misericord. I had the claws as well. The claws you get basically in the first level. Forgot the name of them.
Yeah.
Also used the club or the Morning Star, one or the other. And then at the end got the rapier too.
Gotcha. Very nice.
Rapier. But after that, what was it? Morning Star only, club only. And mate, I have to say, I love the Morning Star. I think it's such a versatile weapon. Does good poise damage, has a bit of bleed on there as well. Real good for comboing pretty much anything. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Poise damage is not poise. Bleed damage is very overpowered in Elden Ring. Even current patch, it's still extremely powerful.
I was going to say, do you reckon they're going to be patching it at any point in time? It seems like they're not. I was quite confident they would, but it seems like they're keen to leave it in there.
Yeah, I think it's here to stay. After 5 patches, I'm pretty sure it's here to stay. As you guys can see, by the way, everyone's going to be probably killing Alexander for the Jar Shard Talisman. that basically gives you 20. I'm pretty sure it's 20%, if not 15%, extra damage to your weapon arts, which is really useful on a lot of different weapons, especially Reduvia. Normally what you want to do on the Uchi, you can go out to the back of Alexander and do 3 R1s and then start doing L2 R2s, and he will not attack you. But looks like sadly Baryon's got a loose Alexander on his hands.
Is he going to reset him at this point in time? And if he does, what does that mean? Is he back in the hole, or is he just not going to be aggro towards him?
You know, that's a great question, because I've never had that happen to me before. So I'm not too sure. Yeah.
Let's see. You got this, Baryon.
Looks like Flippius is going for the Bloodhound Fang, I believe, for the... Or maybe he's just picking up the Star Shard. I'm not too sure here. He might go into the Everjail here, which has the Bloodhound Fang. Never mind, he's actually only doing sorcery only, so he wouldn't do that. Never mind.
Gotcha. I find this route very intriguing because the whole magic only thing, I would have no idea in terms of that route. So I was very keen to watch Backflippius run today as well, seeing it live, sitting back at it.
Yeah, I stopped in a couple of times, and it looks like a very strong run, for sure. So I'm very excited to see how some of the bosses are strats wise.
I remember watching a clip of him, because you know how everyone posts the strats and everything they do, they kind of show off a little bit in terms of what they've come up with, and it's really cool to see that whole community thriving within Team Hitless. And yeah, just honestly, it's just seeing people come up with their own strategies and dealing with the different challenges that we face within these kinds of runs. It's really cool and inspirational.
Yeah, no, it's I was very surprised when I first joined in, I think on late February, March. And just seeing so many people just bouncing off new ideas as soon as the game came out and finding new strategies and then optimizing them. And it's a really cool place to be honest.
Agreed.
All right, so what do you think? Kaled,
huh?
Flippius is doing in Kaled so early on.
Yeah, I'm curious. Is there a spell in particular that he can get from Kaled?
He might be going for the Rock Sling spell. Is kind of my guess here. It's a very powerful poise spell. Yeah, it's really good for poise damaging, and even just in general, it's a really strong spell.
Meteor stuff as well is in that area, isn't it?
Yeah, they're really close by to each other actually, which is kind of crazy. That they're literally 3 houses down. You just grab the rock sling from a small cave, and then you can just run out, and 3 houses down is just the staff hanging out of the window.
Any threat being posed getting either of them, or is it pretty much a free run?
If you're fast, it's fine. But it can definitely be a little tricky if you have some of those poison casters, because they have tracking a poison cloud that can hit you.
Nice. Swift as a coursing river it is. Very well done.
Yeah, of course. Let's see here. I don't know exactly where Ain's going at the moment. He might be rushing Sword of Night and Flame.
Is Baryon getting... Oh, he is.
I'm not exactly sure where Ain is at the moment. He is... I think he's at a fort. Oh, he's at fort... which one?
Which one is that? Looks like he's at fort.
That's the one where you get the bleed stuff, the bleed slash. I forget which one that is. I think it's...
Fort Height, yeah, indeed.
Fort Height, yes.
Fort Height, Fort Farith.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Forts.
Yeah, right now, the beginning of every Elden Ring run is basically just set up for about 40 to 50 minutes.
An hour. Yeah, it's true.
The beauty.
What would you say is probably the hardest part? I always puckered a little bit when it came to Fort Height, the one that Ainrun's currently on. There were times where the NPCs actually ran off their station, especially the ones on the ballistas, and would chase after me to the ladder. It was so weird. It's only ever happened a couple of times, but I was always saying how this this game keeps you on your toes every single time. There's always going to be a different variable, and you try to replicate it, and it just doesn't happen. So the game tells you to get good at every turn.
For setup, I don't know. For height, like I've got it down to a science at this point personally, where I just use arrows, and just snipe all the rats and snipe the guys that throw the fire bombs. So it's pretty straightforward. I've had it where the Lundell Knight can be a little weird sometimes when you try and bait him towards the ladder. He can normally what you want to do is you want him to reclimb the ladder, and you'll snag him off that one platform that Ainrun was just on. But sometimes he doesn't reclimb the ladder. He just keeps walking back out to where he normally stands, and so you have to keep re-aggroing him. Looks like Ain's doing a different strat though here.
Oh, coming out the heavy.
Okay.
Oh, that was well done. He was about to get backhanded, and
Yeah.
came out swinging.
Nice. That's
Very clean.
a different way of doing that. I've never seen that before actually. Of distracting with a breaking the pot with a throwing dagger and then backstabbing him.
You can also, going out to the side, if he's already in his OG position, you can like hit to the side of the wall, and then he'll come towards you, and you can just simply hide around the corner, therefore not having the line of sight. And he'll, after a period of time, about 10 seconds, go back to his original position as he's walking back there. You can go for a quick backstab or whatever, go for a free heavy, similar to what Ainrun did there. So, it's, again, the whole flexibility in terms of how you want to approach it, this game's awesome.
I think Elden Ring has definitely become my favorite over time. Just based on the diversity of builds that you can do, which I think is really cool. I get to see that today as well. You know, it's any percent, but all four runners are doing something completely different build-wise, and all four of them are viable, which I think is such a unique thing to Elden Ring. If you look at like Dark Souls 3, for example, it's only sell swords and that's it, basically.
Hit the nail on the head. For sure. Josh is going to be fighting Margit now. Let's go. You got this, mate.
Is that with a +0 Uchi?
I think it might be.
Yeah, I'm going to assume so, but I'm not too...
The damage you just did wasn't too high.
Getting some nice attacks in, for sure. I'm assuming he's trying to just go for a stagger break.
Baiting the slam. Well done. Very clean, controlled gameplay over there from Josh. That was exactly what he was doing.
Also, I'm assuming Flippius went for the Newman's Rune, which gives you 12,000 runes at the Kayla Tower, just for levels, I'm guessing. But he might be buying something else with that at some point.
Newman Rune. That's new to me.
Yeah, it's the rune. So if you ever went to the Kayla Tower, where the Godskin Apostles at the very bottom on the basement area, there's right outside the ladders there. You can grab a Newman rune, which is 12,000 runes if you use it. It's a nice little cash prize for just
a little pick me up.
Yeah, checking out the tower, trying out the different ladders. We can see Baryon here going through Fort Gale, going past the bats. Nice strat of always hitting the wall on the outside. It aggroes the bats inside, thinking there's something at the wall, so they will walk towards it, so they won't actually see you walk past them, which is really, really nice.
Indeed. You can actually also just hit the wall in front. Depending on the weapon, different weapons make different noises. Yeah. And let's say hypothetically, if you use a Morningstar, and maybe maybe it could be metal. I'm not sure. I haven't tested. But the club makes less of a sound. So, for example, if you use a Morningstar, you can simply hit the wall and just run around in a 100% predictable pattern. But if you're using something that makes less sound, you can run forward, hit the barrels in front, wait in the corner to the right-hand side a little bit, and then when they come around, then you can go to the left-hand side, hit around those barrels, and then it's, again, still predictable. So it's really cool, again, 100 ways to do things. This game's amazing.
Yeah, no, exactly. You can see it now, Baryon, too, using the Reduvia to kill Grail here.
Bleed off. What is it, 40, 50,000 souls?
Oh, way more. If you use the Golden Foulfoot, actually, it will kill the big dragon, but also all the dragons nearby for around 97,000 runes, actually. So it definitely gets you all the levels that you need for most of the run.
Backflippius there procced the poison on himself, not from the enemies. Therefore, he didn't have to worry about being poisoned and therefore taking a hit. Well done, sir.
Yep. Looks also that Josh took off his armor. I'm assuming for just more iframes on rolling and dodging.
Sure. And then
Ain is-
discarded it, saying he didn't need it.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate, go on.
No, you're good. I was just mentioning that Ain's currently just picking up, I'm assuming, all of the materials he needs for a +9.
Mhm.
Yeah. Nice little pickup on the Radigan Source Seal. I know some runners actually don't pick that up. They just don't need it, I guess, in their runs. I think it's pretty crucial. Radigan Source Seal giving you, +5 on every stat, which is basically 40
Absolutely
extra levels.
incredible. Yeah, I was going to say it's absolutely amazing. This game's cracked in that regard. And the whole RL1, technically not really an RL1. GG's to Josh there, taking out Margit. Very clean fight.
Very nice.
Baryon's still taking out the dragon there. And Ainrun over there at Fort Farith.
Yeah, if you go for Radigan Source Seal, and then you also use the, Godric's Great Rune, that's Godric's Great Rune would be 40 levels, then it's 20 levels off of the Radigan Source Seal, my bad. So 60 free levels, though, just from those two stat boosts.
Amazing. Was there anything like that in the previous Souls games? It's been a while since I've played them, so I can't really remember.
I don't think necessarily to that extent. I mean, you had some like rings that would stat boost you, to make yourself powerful. But nothing, I think, that are like talisman and great runes that could strengthen you that
Gotcha.
intensely. I guess I wasn't sure which word to use there.
Before Elden Ring, were there any other games you liked to no-hit? For me, Elden Ring was my very first no-hit run and coming to the scene.
I'm actually still trying to get my first no-hit run. Elden Ring is my first game
Let's
that
go.
I've been attempting. I started with DS3 last year, actually, and I really, really enjoyed it, but I haven't attempted that yet. I used to actually speedrun all bosses, and then when Elden Ring came out, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try this out. I've been trying since March, but hey.
So you came from speedrunning and trying since March, mate. It'll happen.
Yeah, I do both still, but I've been more focusing on Hitless at this point. It's more relaxed, I feel like.
So what made you go from speedrunning or even consider doing Hitless? I think that in itself is a pretty cool... I don't know. Knowing people want to take up that mantle of wanting to do the grind and do the hard hours of actually trying to figure a game out perfectly, the intricacies. What was your story of wanting to get into Hitless or even think about it?
I mean, after doing like speedrunning for a while, I could see that just watching other Hitless runners, it's they seemed a bit more relaxed, and like you could talk to people while you're still doing the Hitless run. You can take your time. You don't have to be under a time pressure constantly, With speedrunning, I feel like there's a very strong mental pressure of just being on pace, staying on pace. Anything can screw it up, and you have to be perfect throughout the whole time. Otherwise, you lose your pace and you have to reset. And like with Hitless, you can take your time, and I think that just like relaxes your brain a little bit more and like less, mental stress to screw it up.
100%. Every second counts.
Yeah, it's definitely a hard ask to play perfectly for that long. What do you think Flippius is going for? He just rushed the town of Sorcery pretty early on. I'm assuming he's going to go for a scroll here for his build. But I'm not too sure which one. I've not done a lot of sorcery for Elden Ring personally.
Mate, I was going to say likewise to myself. I'm not too sure exactly what he's doing, and I'm keeping an eye because it's awesome seeing just new things. Seeing people's optimized runs and going with their builds are for. It's great stuff. It's kind of a mini speedrun itself.
We might see Josh here actually doing the Knight's Cavalry cheese to get an extra 42,000 runes.
Is it still the same one from a while ago, where you kind of bait him to the edge and he jumps off, or is it kind of changed since then?
I'll be honest. I'm not really sure. Josh is apparently a different strat. Normally, you go to the opposite side of the bridge and you stand on a little. Okay, so he does it that way.
Oh.
I mean, that works too. Wait.
Ainrun's about to get Radagon Source Seal. Got the torch there, so he doesn't have to worry about the rats hitting him.
I'm not too sure. Oh, looks like the Knight's Cavalry jumped off and then just reset on Josh. That's a first. I've never seen that before. So yeah, normally go on the opposite side and you stand on a rock and then you just hug the bridge and you roll when he lunges for you and he falls down.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was one that I was familiar with from a while ago, so it hasn't changed since.
No,
Did
yeah, it
devs
still
actually
works.
patch the knight somehow, where if he does fall off, he does respawn? Or maybe it just wasn't for that position specifically? Damn, that was a great dodge by Josh.
That was terrifying, I'm not gonna lie. That was really close.
He's on the edge of glory. Come on, mate, you got this.
Yeah, you thought that market fight was intense. Watching this is way more intense. Sweat inducing. While we're waiting, just plug in the charity real quick. If you guys have some extra change in your pocket, do consider donating to the American Heart Association. Any penny that they get, they put to great use. So anything you can put towards that is always appreciated.
Absolutely. Thanks, everyone, for the support. You guys are awesome.
Even just for hanging out. Appreciate you guys.
Cheers.
Looks
Backflippius
like-
looking like Wolverine there, by the way. You see his character?
I missed it, actually.
Looks like Hugh Jackman.
Oh, yeah. Oh, looks like Josh is doing the bridge one now.
Port High.
Kind of. Yeah, Baron's on 4 height. So this is exactly what I do, by the way, is go in there and just shoot all the rats and then find your way up there. You're going to have this guy pop up. Yeah, as soon as you go up the first staircase there, he just pops up like a whack-a-mole. You just shoot him right in the chest.
Not too easy. Very nice.
Yeah, it's a very consistent way of clearing the fort.
Like you said, down to a science. Oh, what a headshot. Nice one. Good damage.
And then you just
What was that,
walk
like
up.
half his HP?
Yeah, I think it's like 291 with Mighty Shot. So normally, yeah, see, this is a problem. So if he doesn't aggro there, he's just standing there now at the bottom of the ladder. Normally he aggroes and follows you up the ladder. But if he doesn't do that, you have to go back down and re-aggro him, which can be a little nerve-wracking because he sometimes actually just stands at the doorway and waits there.
He was ready. He was ready his entire life for that moment.
Yeah.
Comes out the haymaker.
GG's for Josh, by the way. Got the Knights Cavalry kill.
Indeed. No hits. Well done, Josh.
Besides
Backflippius and
the two.
Khaled.
Yeah. I'm not sure where Ain's going. I think Ain might be on his way to Sword, Knight, and Flame. Looks like he's in Liurnia right now. Unless my eyes deceive me. Oh, wait. Is he going for... I'm not sure. No, I think he is in Liurnia.
He's in Leonia. Yeah. Pretty sure. Yeah, he is, isn't he?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's getting... what do you get here again? Very rarely that I see anyone go here. I think
Is that the +5 talisman? It is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, there's so many talisman, it's hard to keep track as to which one is in the chest.
No worries.
Alright, so Flippius is selling all of the runes that he just picked up. Pick up a telescope. That's interesting. I wonder when he picks up the telescope.
I wonder if that's for aiming potentially. Maybe a setup for something he's throwing.
Yeah.
Is that
I'm
even
not
a
sure.
thing?
It might be just for aiming purposes.
Gotcha. I think you can aim with the telescope, isn't that right? We can zoom in and still fire as you can normally.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you use a bow and use the scope to kind of aim your character in the direction you want to throw kukris, for example. Kind of like the same scenario, I'm assuming, with the telescope. I've never used it before like that.
Josh is now in Fort. Oh, well done.
Fort Gale.
Farron.
Fort. One of the forts. Well, one of those.
Too smooth. Well done.
Looks like Baryon's going to Liurnia now. He's going to be taking either the bridge, or does he do the bridge skip? I still can't do the bridge skip. That jump is terrifying.
What does a bridge skip consist of? Haven't done it
So-
before or seen it.
It's just to the left of that bridge right there. You can basically, if you double jump, you can reach the other side without crossing the bridge. It saves you like maybe 20 seconds, maybe 15 seconds. Speedrunners normally use it.
Okay. Speedrun is rad, is it?
Yeah. It's kind of hard to time though, but it's definitely useful.
Nice. Backflippius has made his way towards Fort Height now, taking out the enemies with range. Just this time with sorcery.
Yeah, sir. Those damn pesky rats.
Rats, actually, on that note, if you were to run past the enemies, what
sorry.
happened?
Josh actually just did the bridge skip. He actually just did it. For anyone that saw it, Josh just did the double jump to skip the bridge. Sorry, what were you saying there, Mario?
No worries, mate. Josh is going at ham. I'm loving it.
Do all the risky stuff.
I was going to say, if you were to run past the rats and everything else, they're a little bit cheeky, actually. There's one in particular where, let's say it hypothetically follows you all the way to the ladder. Obviously, can't follow up. If they can, they've evolved. There's a rat that they can take where they actually go to the side and they kind of fake you out thinking that they're gone from the area. But in fact, he kind of gets himself stuck on one particular side and then he has to make his way back. For about maybe 30 seconds to a minute, you're going to be thinking you're fine, okay, and dandy. And then you maybe start to fight the knight or go towards him for a backstab and then you get hit by the rat. It happened to me at one point in time and I was like, what? What happened just now?
Yeah.
And then took a look at the replay and then realized what happened. So, yeah, usually you kind of have to wait out the rat a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, sometimes the enemies, I feel like, just don't care what they're supposed to do and just do something completely random and unexpected.
It's true. Go on walkabout. Maybe they're Australian, mate. I don't know. Elden Ring Australia. I'm down for it.
Would that be possibly like a new DLC pack?
I think it's already a part of it, to be honest with you. The game always keeps you on your toes, apart from the game Grounded. Yeah, there aren't many 2 games out there that represent Australia too well.
Fair enough, fair enough. Looks like Josh is going for the same talisman that Ain did, with the 2-finger talisman. I wonder if Josh downpatched really quickly right before the run, just to see if he could do Sonaf as well.
He's competing against Ainrun.
Yeah, exactly. Just being like, I'm gonna get the run before Ain. Looks like I wonder where Baryon's going. Oh, so Baryon's gonna be talking to Raya. I think it's Raya.
Volcano Manor?
Yeah, just getting that
and all the good
quest
stuff.
line. Yes, sir. Basically getting her necklace back so that she takes him over to Volcano Manor.
So I find there's 2 types of people, Matt, and I have to ask which one are you, if you take this route too. Do you kill the gentleman, or do you give him the souls, the runes required to be able to get that item back?
Oh, I always pay. Bogart can be pretty terrifying, to be honest.
I feel like a shocking person then, because I usually kill him. It's like, mate, I could give you like the 2,000 souls or the runes, but we need them. So, yeah, start swinging.
I've tried to fighting him a couple times, and ever since then, I'm like, you know what, just you take the 1,000. You know what I mean? Like, I'll kill a couple things, I'll get it back anyways. You know, no worries.
I got on pretty late, so I usually don't have to worry about him too much. But I have seen him animation cancel, where he like gets up immediately and starts swinging, and that's where I kind of, need a change of underwear after that. But yeah, imagine making it all that way. You've probably got maybe about half an hour left, if that, and this NPC is tired of your crap, and he's just ready to take his day out on you.
I'm assuming if you're on an all shrimp diet, you're just in a bad mood. Might not be the best for you. I don't know.
Like I've been waiting here for the past 2 hours or something. He's like, "You gonna pay me or what?" Got Baryon about to take out the bird there.
I've been eating these shrimp for 2 hours. Please, for the love of God.
They're raw.
I mean, he has a pot there. He's cooking them though. He's boiling them away.
Damn, from Baryon. Is there a certain setup you have to do with that, by the way, with the pots or anything like that? Oh, he's getting headshots as well?
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot of damage. It's like over 1,000, and if you Golden Vow, you get about like 1,100 per pot. It's really, really good for killing death birds.
Golden Vow scales with the pot throws as well?
It scales, I believe, with faith because it's considered holy damage, but I'm not too certain. But yeah, like what Baryon just did there, he didn't have enough pots, so he de-aggroed the bird and then crafted some more while he's sitting up there. So he has enough to kill it.
How many do you need?
So normally 6. The death birds are considered undead, so holy damage is really effective against them.
Wow. Well done, Baryon. Very clean.
Oh, looks like Ainrun is actually in Carrier Manor now. He's going to be picking up his weapon here soon. Good old Sword of Night and Flame.
The man is speedrunning to greatness. Look at him go. Those wee little legs.
For anyone wondering, by the way, Ainrun is doing this run for the kids. Put a lot of emphasis into that Sword of Night and Flame is for the kids. So
said it about 10 times, mate.
Yeah. Just want to show appreciation in that form.
Touchdown.
Looks like everyone's going through Liurnia at the moment, just picking up everything that they still need. We're about 35 minutes in, setup-wise, so pretty sure at some point some of the runners should be getting done with their setup and we start seeing some boss rushing. That's like one thing I like about Elden Ring. It's like, for example, like Dark Souls 300%. You have a little bit of setup, a little bit of fight, a little bit of setup, a little bit of fight. And basically, Elden Ring, you front load all of that setup, and then you just get to wreak havoc for the rest of the run. So it might be a little tedious to have set up for 40 to 50 minutes, but after that, the run's actually quite enjoyable because then you're pretty strong.
For sure. For me, I got some emotional damage when I was doing my runs. There were times when going against Godskin Duo. I don't know if it's been fixed since before, but there were some problems where red issues, we'd click a button and nothing would happen. And the amount of times, I think it was maybe 3-4 times in a row, where I'd be up to Godskin Duo and I'd go for the parry, like the first parry against the big boy, and it just wouldn't do anything. And I'm like standing there and I get hit, and it's like 2 hours reset, go again.
Yeah. I've had that same exact thing. I've had it where I just get done with setup and I finally make it to Margaret after an hour, and then I get hit. I'm like, all right, back to that 1 hour. Put on some nice music and go again, basically.
Elden Ring is definitely one of those love-hate relationships, and there were definitely times where I wanted to do like a Kobe followed by a triple backflip drop kick out the window at the screen, but alas, it's still an amazing and fun game.
All right, looks like Ain's going for the Dectus elevator at this point. I'm assuming he's going to go to Volcano Manor now, trying to pick up the Somber 7, getting set up for everything else to get that +9 Sword of Night and Flame.
Baryon also near the manor as well, where Ainrun was just beforehand. Is that for Hoarfrost axe or?
Nah,
not the Hoarfrost axe. What is it? The stump, I think.
Yeah, it's the Ash of War that you get here, but I don't know if he's gonna grab that necessarily. I mean, it's pretty after that one patch. It's pretty useless at this point, unless you use it for status effects.
Gotcha.
For anyone that watches CBD, for example, he uses Hoarfrost Stomp, Ash of War to kill Grail actually. Hoarfrost Stomp, and then just a torch to reset the Frostbite. It's a pretty efficient way of killing him.
Okay, so he just got the lilies in Iskadedal and he's heading out. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
Looks like
Ainrun with the jump.
Is that a tower too? I don't know what exactly he's getting at this tower though. Might be another spell. I wonder if Flippius is actually running Terra Magica as well, which I believe boosts sorceries. Oh, he's getting the staff. Okay.
So which one does that buff in particular? Do you know?
I do that. Sorcery is not my forte. I have honestly no clue. There's so many different staffs that do so many different things. It might be one that boosts carrion magic. Like some
probably
staffs.
on point with that.
Yeah, they buff different spells.
Yeah.
There's like some staves that buff, night sorceries. That some buff glintstone. So I honestly have no clue in that regard.
Is doing very well, showing us how it's done. We've got Ainrun with the Hoarfrost stump there.
Yeah, there you go. That's the
taking out the dragon.
The strat. All right, looks like Baryon's going for the Dectus here too. Dectus Elevator. Gonna go to Volcano Manor.
All very similar times in terms of their setup coming to a close.
Sure. Do you think if you were put into the Elden Ring world that you'd survive, Mario?
No, mate, I'd be killed very quickly. I'd go for a parry and get smacked in the face and I'd be dead.
I'd be probably be busy picking up mushrooms, and just a rune bear just slaps me out of nowhere and I'm dead.
I mean, you know what? In terms of the whole picking up mushrooms thing, wasn't there a gentleman recently who got to maximum level in World of Warcraft because he only like stayed in the starting area and picked things up? I think there was something in regards to that recently, so could be a viable strategy.
People have
If
so much free
XP was-
time. Oh Lord.
Definitely
Have some
couldn't pay me
grace,
to
you
do
know?
that.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Always some interesting achievements out there.
For sure.
So here we see Baryon taking the hand of Raya,
Nice.
going to Volcano Manor now.
And Josh is almost at the Dectus as well. Oh, Ainrun's back here at the fort?
Yeah,
not
he
do
just-
that before?
He just killed the Grail dragon. Yeah, there's the. Yep, and he
The
used
Baryon
the
in the
foul
manor.
foot, so he's getting that nice 96,000 K in runes.
Damn.
That's a lot of. Normally, what you do here actually too, which I'm surprised a lot of runners don't do for Hitless. I mean, Knight's Cavalry is a little scary, but what we can do is actually make it nighttime, and then once you kill Grail, pop your foul foot at the very end. You get the 96,000, and then you rush towards the Knight's Cavalry at the bridge that Josh cheesed, and you can get both of them in one foul foot for a total of 150,000 runes, basically.
How tight is the timing for that? Is it like right on the knocker, or is it pretty good in terms of leeway?
You got a lot of time. So the foul foot lasts for like 3 minutes. So it takes you about, I would say, like a minute to get over there, and then cheesing them, if you're lucky, takes you like 10 or 15 seconds.
Gotcha.
So there's a good amount of space to get that cheese.
Very clean. Backflippius there, hand in the seal.
I feel a little called out now from chat. I do have a lot of free time, guys. I understand. Damn it. Looks like Baryon's going through Volcano Manor. Going a bit of a different route. Normally you drop down and go through the lava. I wonder if he's going to do that. I'm not too sure.
This is a route that I'm more familiar with in terms of the whole backstabbing. Fun fact, maybe it depends again in terms of the weapon that you use, but if you were to actually just attack him from behind, usually I would get the attention of this gentleman here that he's backstabbing right now, which obviously is not a very good time because when you can fall, that momentary stun and this guy can wreck your day. So
Yeah.
backstab is, lovely in terms of its subtlety.
Normally, I jump into the lava and just use a dagger to quick step through it. Surprisingly,
quick step?
in Elden Ring, lava doesn't do a lot of damage, damage-wise, or tick-wise, I should say.
What would you say is the most damaging Dark Souls lava? Reckon number one? Can't remember.
I
remember number one in the ring,
loaded
didn't you?
question. Yeah,
I know. Hey, putting you on the spot here.
Although to be honest, I do have to say, I think like Dark Souls 3, the lava actually was pretty intense. If you ever went for the Fume Ultra Greatsword, trying to get those items there, you maybe survive, 1, 2 or 3 ticks and you're dead.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Dark Souls 3 has got some pretty intense lava, but you also have like the Dark Souls 2 lava area with I don't know exactly what the area is called. There's like
Was this the
bridge.
PvP area? Yeah, the bridge area.
Yeah.
Mate, the one. I actually really enjoyed Dark Souls 2's PvP personally. That's where I spent a lot of the time. In fact, the Souls series for me mostly was about PvP. And it was, I guess you could say, until Elden Ring, actually, where I really started to appreciate a lot more of the PvP. I mean, I loved it, but it was always a PvP game to me, even with the questionable ping coming from Australia. And now Josh is making his way across the lava.
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I really hope that they make the PvP a bit more enjoyable, with it not being. I don't know. Sometimes I swear I hit someone and it registers on my screen, but it doesn't actually do anything. It can get a little frustrating.
Yeah, for sure. There seems to be a lot of meta happening, in particular within Elden Ring compared to the other ones as well. I don't know, maybe it's my lack of experience within Elden Ring's PvP, but I felt that there seemed to be a lot more variety with the PvP of the other games, which I did enjoy. But I just spent mostly PvE for Elden Ring, and I think it's what it was mainly designed for personally, and they've far exceeded into that. I mean, look at all the incredible spells, and speaking of which, the animations that they've done in this game with the spells, they have gone above and beyond. Compared to like Dark Souls 3 or 2, where it was mostly just the things above your head and just firing off. You know, you got laser beams and everything in this one. Incredible. I think that at this point in time, can we question what's probably going to be getting Game of the Year? I really think that if there's only one competitor, maybe God of War. But I do think this has a good run for its money.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I've actually never played any of the God of Wars before, but I've heard that assessment before. The game's not even out yet, though. So,
indeed.
But yeah, I guess we'll find out. I do see. I wonder if Josh is gonna go for the. Did Josh get the Somber 7? I can't remember if he did or not. I don't think he did actually. He might be going for it now though. Or yeah, I think he's gonna go for the either Godskin Noble skip, or he's gonna fight Godskin Noble. One of the two here.
What do you reckon? What would you put your money on? Let's see.
Oh, he's skipping.
Skipping?
If you can skip, why not? You know what I mean?
Doing the hardcore parkour?
I mean, yeah, even the skip itself is pretty tricky, you know? You have to try and jump across and then land on the other side of these pillars.
Well saved with Josh there.
Yeah. It's
Josh.
It's a very tricky skip. And that's like, I don't know if the jumps are the hard part, or if getting the jump across later on the weird terrain is the hard part.
Do you personally like to use a skip yourself?
I've never done it.
Gotcha.
Because for my route, I don't do Godskin Noble skip. I just deal with +6 Reduvia and get it later.
Oh, gotcha. Josh again with the save. Well done, mate. And got Baryon there, expertly taken out. Oh
yeah, he's going for the Godskin Noble fight here.
Nicely done, Baryon. Got Ainrun there in the top left, taking out the Deathbird.
Yeah, a lot of runners are going for the Deathbird here because this Deathbird actually drops the RTSR talisman, which is basically a talisman that if you have low health, you deal an increased 20% damage. It's an extremely useful talisman for no-hit runs.
Red Tear Stone ring within Elden Ring, right?
Correct, yeah. It's called the Red Feathered Branch Sword Talisman, I believe.
Yeah. Mate, I really like the fact they kind of kept with the whole red thing. Little homage to the Red Tear Stone ring.
Yeah. I mean, also, I think it would be a little confusing if they changed it too much.
True.
Even like the old players would be like, I have no idea, what that talisman is anymore. So I think it's kind of nice that they have some consistency throughout the games.
Kind of reminds me of how long it took for me to say runes instead of souls when it came to the currency for this game. I mean, I'm still doing it even now. It's just habit at this point. Oh, wow, that damage is incredible. Look at that. GG's to Ainrun. For the kids, guys, for the kids.
That Deathbird was for the kids, yeah. It looks like Josh is doing a sleep pod here to calm this lizard down. Trying to get past them right now. He's grabbing the elevator here, and then he's probably gonna run. Oh, he's taking it down actually. Okay. He's going a bit of a different route to get the +7 Somber.
Nice.
I think this way it's a little bit safer. You don't aggro as many enemies. I actually have no idea what that scarab gives you. I've never grabbed this before. Oh, and never mind. He just... Okay.
I wonder if the enemy's hurt. Is that maybe why he's running? Oh, he got it. Oh, nice.
It's a Somber 5. Okay. Yeah, I never grabbed that before, actually. That's good to know.
The top right there with where Baryon's at. The maiden can actually attack through the walls, and it's utterly terrifying.
Oh yeah, I've had that happen too. Where do you think Flippius is going at this point?
Let's see. Mate, honestly, I'm so enjoying watching this. In terms of where he's going, I thought he was going to be getting the seed to the left, but is there? There was a cave up there, wasn't there? Is there anything he can get in particular? Oh no, he's going into the side. Not sure. Side
I don't know.
pathing?
I mean, this is Elden Ring. There's caves everywhere, to be honest.
It's true.
There's holes in every wall, you know. I'm assuming it's a spell. He might be going for... Okay, he's getting the star... Is it the Starlight that he's going for, I'm assuming? The Emperor Starlight? He might need that for a spell later on.
What does it do?
Again, great question. Sorcery is not my forte.
I was going to say it. There's a lot of items here that because if you're doing the same run again and again, especially if you got your rant and typical items that you might have done, let's say your first playthrough, completely forgotten about. That's the position that I'm currently in, and probably yourself as well, brother.
Yeah. Basically, I think for the normal starlights, you can pop those as like items. They slowly regen your mana, but the Amber Starlight, I believe, is a trade-in item you give to an NPC, and that might give you a spell. I'm assuming. That's just an estimated guess. I actually don't really know what the Amber Starlight does, but we'll find out at some point.
Yeah, find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. We'll get there.
Exactly.
Getting a bunch of mana gameplay here at the moment. Josh, Baryon, Ainrun.
Wait, Josh is going across the bridge again. Did he miss the Somber 7? Does he have to... Wait, did Josh miss the Somber 7? That's why he's going all the way around again?
Let's see.
There's the first jump. Second jump, pretty clean. Oh, yeah, oh, maybe, I don't know. He's taking the elevator up. Maybe either he missed it, or he's getting something else now on top of that. I'm not too sure, actually. Now, Ainrun's in Volcano Manor as well, going through the area that everybody else is currently traversing. Baryon picking up the Somber 7 that everyone else is, I think, aiming for. And then Flippius just enjoying the capital. Taking a nice little tour on Torrent.
Just taking a look at the clip there. Everything's all good on Josh's end. Just doing his own thing, smashing it.
Yeah. Looks like Baryon just went out of the Volcano Manor. Did he? Yeah, he just grabbed Somber 7. He just upgraded everything. So I'm assuming he's going for Margit now as his first kill.
And this is where the fun begins. The whole boss rush.
Hey,
everyone's pretty much set up here.
Let's go.
Well done, guys. Let's get it, guys.
I mean, to be fair, Josh already did Margit early on. He was the only one that did an early Margit.
He was doing the early flex. He was like, see, I don't actually need the upgrades, but we're going to do it just to save time. Again, for the kids.
Exactly.
Josh, they're about to fight the old serpent.
Rykard and serpent style. And
That's
you do
the
the
one.
whole the shield serpent hunter attacks because the recovery frames are faster, so you can get more attacks in.
I remember there was one with the lance as well, wasn't there? Where you pretty much, I don't know if it did more damage or something like that, but it was absolutely insane.
The double lance. I'm not too sure. I think it was recovery time, but I'm not too sure if it did more damage. I don't think it did, but I honestly don't know.
Two boss fights happening simultaneously. Baron's about to find Margit.
That fight's going to be
doing very
very
well.
short, I'll tell you that much. He's going to probably Margit shackle and just go for L2s. Oh, he's not even shackling. Okay.
Going to be giving Margit emotional and physical damage.
Oh, and Josh just got hit.
Damn, Josh. Unfortunate, mate.
That earthquake attack is so hard to dodge.
Oh, it's brutal. It is brutal.
That earthquake is not fun. And Baryon, GG's, just killed Margit.
Well done, Baron.
Changing his talismans now. So he has RTSR and he's got the jar shards. So he's got 20% from RTSR or the Red Branch Sword Talisman. And then he also has the jar shard for 15% more damage. So he's doing like 35% more damage on his L2s on his weapon art, which is really, really nice.
Going to be making quick work of anything he encounters.
We kill Gostock here. For anyone that actually doesn't know, killing Gostock actually does make a difference. When you go into Stormvale and there's that one door you walk into, Gostock is actually the one that closes the door on you with that one knight that obviously tries to kill you. But if you kill Gostock, that animation doesn't happen, so you're able to walk in and backstab that knight, which we'll probably see in a bit here.
There's actually, if you're not feeling comfortable killing him, I remember when I was doing the run at the time, I wasn't able to kill him 100% of the time. There was maybe a 5-10% chance where he'd actually turn around and survive the onslaught you were giving to him. And obviously that made me feel very unsafe, because at that point, obviously, you've done the setup and now you're going to be going for the win with everything you've gained at that point. So instead, what I'd be doing was I'd hit like kind of maybe 5-10 meters ahead of him so he could hear the attack on the ground and he'd come to inspect it. But then at that point in time, he'd then start running back, because obviously you're hiding around the corner. There's no line of sight. And then you can just make an easy run and grab for the item itself. And then you're okay.
Yeah, I gotcha. I've seen some runners also just use the unseen form, which is the equivalent of hidden body, and you can just crouch walk to the right of that room and walk towards the key, and the knight won't move.
Gotcha.
Bit of a non-meta thing to do, but
backflippius just absolutely annihilated that tree. Rest in pieces.
Yeah, I'm assuming he has +9 now on one of his staves, and it's just wreaking havoc.
Well done, Beck.
Ain is making himself making his way to Caelid, the Caelid Tower. I'm assuming he's going for the Newman's rune that backflippius picked up before.
I think you're right, mate.
Which is going to be this ladder, and you go up here, and then go to the left. There's going to be another ladder, and on top of that one, there's going to be the Newman's rune for an extra 12,000 runes, which is very, very nice.
Definitely adds up, especially in the early game. So whether or not it's for upgrades or anything else.
100%. Looks like backflippius poisoned himself again. I'm assuming it's to get RTSR.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a very interesting way of doing it too.
Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty certain that by poisoning yourself it doesn't actually kill you. I think it leaves you at a small amount of HP, is that right?
I'm not sure if it's guaranteed. I'm pretty sure you can actually die off of your own poisoning.
Oh, okay, so maybe it's just the timing calculated. Well done. Yeah. Oh, kudos to that. The right amount of vitality, just enough.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, backflippius has everything down to a science. I've watched him a couple of times. Like, everything that he does it's just like scientific. It's very interesting to watch. And he's going in for Margaret right now,
intelligent. Too. All right, let's see. 10-second fight.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, he's using Night Comet and Comet Slicer, it seems like, for most of his damage.
Ainrun Slicer, yep.
Phase 2. Nice dodge.
Very clean. Well done,
fight.
back.
And for anyone that's curious, by the way, Night Comet is a night sorcery, and for a lot of bosses that actually react to spells or consumables being thrown at them, Night Comet is considered an invisible sorcery, so they don't dodge or react to any of those spells. So you can get a lot of attacks off without having to deal with a boss sprinting around the room trying to dodge your attacks. It's a lot of free damage, basically.
That'd be pretty efficient against Melania then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no, it's very good against Melania. Yep.
Yeah, because she is very good at dodging everything.
Yeah. You'll probably see it later on. I'm assuming for the Gideon fight, he'll probably do the same thing, because Gideon will start rolling like crazy if you cast anything that is not a night sorcery.
Gotcha.
All right, looks like Baryon's getting ready to do his Godric fight, so that's going to be interesting too.
Love Godric fight. Do you guys remember the cutscene when he was saying, "I command thee, kneel"? Man, that made my knees weak. My goodness.
Yeah.
The hype for Elden Ring at that point in time for me was a peak. Absolutely incredible, and it delivered.
Well, what do you think is like the best intro for any boss in the game?
Oh, that's a tough one, man. Oh, that's loaded. I loved Margit. I loved Godric. I don't know, mate. Honestly, I couldn't put a finger on it. I know I'm on the fence. It's a weak answer, but there were so many really well done ones, and maybe potentially it could be Godric. The voice acting was just really well done.
It is very well done. For me personally, it's definitely Radon. Just
Radon.
that whole cutscene, and like having that lore.
Everyone harping him up.
Yeah. It's just absolutely amazing. And then just walking to the arena and just seeing him from a distance, it was just such a cool first experience. Of just being like,
I didn't
oh my
expect the
god.
bow. Did you expect the bow when you first went in there? I was
No.
thinking it's going to be melee only, and all of a sudden I've got like this ballista aiming for me face, and I'm like, oh jeez, told me.
Oh, here's one of the things that Ainrun's going for, which is he picked up Scarlet Rot. Interesting. Okay. So he's currently at one of the towers of the Frenzy. Basically, it's a how would you call it? Basically, if you look at the Eye of Sauron, basically at it, it will deal a lot of damage to you.
Yep.
And he picks up the Howl of Shabriri. It's a spell that will increase your damage by 25% for 20 seconds. So it's a little bit stronger than Flame Grant Me Strength, which a lot of people pick up. Mostly because Flame Grant Me Strength is easier to pick up. It's a lot safer.
Indeed. GG's to Baryon, by the way. Took out Godric very cleanly there.
Oh, very nice, yeah. GG's. So it looks like that Ain's just trying to clear out all the enemies on the top. If you kill all the enemies on the rooftop, it gets rid of the eye. So you don't take any more eye damage or madness, basically.
Gotcha. Ainrun's lost a bit of HP there. Was that from the...
I'm assuming that's
probably
from the
full
eye.
damage. Oh, the eye? Gotcha.
Yeah, it's considered not a hit if you get damaged by the eyeball itself.
Fair enough.
I'm assuming it's considered terrain damage.
I would have thought the same. That's completely fair.
Yeah.
Backflippius with the poison again, on purpose. Therefore, he has access to more damage to him.
I kind of want to start doing that myself. That's such a nice way of setting up RTSR compared to bloody slashing myself for 3 minutes,
True.
Seems way more convenient.
I know that there's the quick way where if you're out of mana, you can just simply hit a wall with it, and therefore you kind of animation cancelling. But at that point in time, by the time you actually get rid of all the mana that you have to begin with, you're already at that low HP point, so there's no point. So it's unfortunate.
Exactly. Looks like, okay, so Baryon's going to go for the activating the Great Rune now of Godric, which we were talking about before. Gives you an extra, 40 levels, 40 free levels just for activating that. Which is really, really nice. And Flippius is getting ready to do Godric soon here.
Yep, getting the cracked pot.
I'm surprised he's killing them. You don't actually have to kill the pots here. As long as you don't touch the small pots, the big one actually doesn't activate, and you can just grab the cracked pots.
I wonder if he's getting a certain amount of runes specifically for something.
Or maybe he just doesn't like pots. I don't know.
You got to take your dad out in something, mate. And for Backflippius, it's pots.
Yeah, just take out your frustration on some pots real quick. Yeah, so he's Baron's running across the bridge here for the elevator towards the Great Rune. I personally love going on the left side.
Oh no, mate, got hit by the ballista. Unfortunate, sir. Keep going, mate.
No, you're good. You're good. I was just changing the hits real quick. I personally like to go on the left rather than the right. I feel the right's just way more terrifying to run to teleport.
100% feel you. Anyone who takes the right-hand side, you're probably running a lot slower than most of us because you got balls of steel and they are being dragged across the ground with how big your cones are. So kudos to those people. Backflippius ripping into Godric. He's gone.
Carrion Slicer spell is so good.
Godric didn't even exist at this point in time. That was a dream, a figment of the imagination. Very clean fight.
Oh, by the way, we have some donos here we can read out actually real quick. $100 dono from Iskaral. I hope I said that right. I hope everyone is pumped for these runs. Here's a doubly topical joke. Why do skeletons often avoid important... I'm not sure if I was supposed to read that actually. I don't know if that's if that's a good idea of reading out. Appreciate the $100 though, Escarol. I
Thanks,
really
mate.
appreciate that. Then we
That's
have one
huge.
from Rabbit Test Subject, $100 as well. Thank you so much, man. All-star cast of streamers and commentators. If Josh uses Serpent Hunter, I riot. Check Ain's pockets for cheat engine. All right, so that's good. Thank you so much for the $100, Rabbit. Really appreciate that, man. And then a $200 from Anonymous. Thank you
Wow.
so much, Anonymous. Really appreciate that.
Thank you, Anonymous. Thanks, guys. That's awesome.
We're only $348 away from hitting our goal. Really appreciate that, guys.
Incredible. You guys are awesome.
Looking pretty good so far. Oh, it looks like Ain's fighting an Urtri Avatar at the moment. I don't know which one exactly this is, location-wise. I kind of missed that. Nice work with the Sword of Night and Flame, though. Takes it out.
Very clean. Very clean. Bit of a reaction there from Ainrun after that. What was he saying? Too easy?
I'm not
hero-
too sure.
hero
That's what I was trying to figure out, too, when I was watching him. I'm like, is he, like, upset that he beat it?
He wanted more of a fight. That's what it was.
So it looks like, I think Baryon's going for Radahn now. So a lot of runners go for Rykard rather than Radahn, which I think is a shame, because Radahn's my
Love
favorite
Radahn.
boss, actually, in the game. But yeah, it looks like Baryon, I think, is going for the Radahn fight here for his second Great Rune, so he can go to the capital. Who was your favorite boss, actually, in the whole game?
Oh. Favorite boss in the entire game, as in to fight mechanically, or are we talking lore-wise?
Just a passion for that boss.
Passion. Oh,
Good old
probably, I
passion.
would say Radahn then. I would say Radahn.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. The whole thing of him holding up that the common and everything, his lore is just insane. The dude's just a Chad.
I already liked him before I knew the lore. And then as soon as I found out that he is literally fighting us and is holding all the stars in place so that, prophecies can't be fulfilled, I thought was like the coolest thing ever. To make it definitely my all-time favorite.
Oh,
And
man,
Josh
for
is
sure.
fighting Godric here, by the way.
Yep. What is that? Fourth Godric? Fourth Godric fight?
Third one. I don't think Ain has
Third
done
one. Ainrun
Godric yet,
hasn't. Yeah, gotcha.
Ain
Very
is still, in setup phase.
That wind attack that he's got, I have had the unfortunate experience where it's actually bugged out, where he's buffing himself, where he spins it around. And it stays on him, and it basically was like doing mini hits on me, which, as we know, with the stagger, it does count as a hit. And never again too much emotional and physical damage.
Yeah, I've been caught by his air attacks a couple of times, and it's definitely frustrating when you try to time it correctly. That's the favorable one right there, where he just jumps in the air. It's very easily
For
strafed.
sure. The one as well where he kind of throws it at you, it can actually get stuck in the terrain as well. And if it gets stuck in the terrain, it holds itself there. So if you were to say hypothetically roll through it, they could get stuck in the pavement, and therefore you miss out on the ability to, well, the hitbox is quite large, so you can't roll through it, and therefore you get hit, reset, start again.
And if anyone in chat just sneezed and missed Ainrun's fight there with Margit, it's because using Sword of Night and Flame. One cast and it was dead, so that was
Deleted.
cool.
Margaret wasn't there to begin with. It was an after image. He just blew it away. Oh, we've got Baryon here, taking the HP away with the fire. Clever use of it.
Yeah, that's a very interesting way of doing that setup.
I've never seen that before. Nicely done. Fire hurts, folks. Don't touch fire.
And what makes Sword of Night and Flame so powerful, by the way, too, is the fact that so there's the laser damage, but then there's also the initial. There's two hitboxes basically from the spell, which is if you're standing really close to Sword of Night and Flame, there is the spell casting area, and then there is the laser, so you can basically double hit a boss if you stand close enough.
Mm-hmm.
Which is really, really nice.
Unfortunate with Josh there. The the attack that Godric has, where he's basically holding out the dragon, like that one in the flames.
Yeah.
They for some reason spat behind and hit him. It's unfortunate.
And he got hit again there.
That's a +2. You got this, Josh. Hang in there, brother. Almost there, mate. shocking hit, but I don't know what it is, what they've done with the flames in this game, but there's a really strange thing where the flames like ricochet off the environment all over the place, and it definitely makes fire extremely unpredictable and very terrifying to deal with within a hitless run. I mean, guys, Josh might be getting hit here, but these are all these are the best of the best. They're incredibly talented runners, and sometimes things just don't go your way. GG's to Josh.
You guys have seen Baryon here doing Radon, by the way. If you saw what what Baryon did there, he ran out of range of Radon to basically get rid of Radon's AI, and if you walk back in, Radon will miss his next arrow, and he will then think that you're in melee range and will just like right up to you, so you don't have to deal with the whole arrow flurries, which is really, really nice.
Very cool technique. I believe the devs actually tried to patch that, didn't they? Or they made it more tight, something like that. I remember there was mention of that.
That's I'm not too sure about that. I thought they were going to patch it out, but it still is a viable strat.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think they might have actually.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, mate. Go on.
No, you're good. Good. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I believe they also patched out the ability to, you know how you could like drag them up the wall and then kill them from the fall damage? Is that still a viable strat, or have they actually taken that out? I'm not too sure. There was a whole bunch of them that was with Radon, and I do know some were patched in particular.
I believe you can still do the cliff cheese.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure that's still a viable strat at the moment. And Flippius right now is also doing Radon.
Let's go, mate.
The nice little AI reset cheese, which is really useful. Going for the carrying slicer.
Let's go. Oh my goodness.
Beautiful damage.
Wow. I think it's going to kill him right here. No retaliation. Yep. Let's go, sir.
Nice little one cycle.
Damn.
GG's.
GG's. I think we got to update the lore a little bit. It wasn't Radon that was holding up the sky. It was backflippius there with his sorcery.
Just standing there with two staves, one in each hand, just keeping the universe at a freeze.
Indeed. Very clean backflippius. Got Ainrun running through. Part of his name. Let's go. What do you think is going to be getting? Or is he making a beeline to Godric? I think that's a...
He's just making a beeline, yeah. He's running straight to that Grace that's in that elevator room, I believe. And then he's going to just go for the pot. I mean, he might pick up the pots. I'm not too sure. Okay, he's going straight to Godric for sure. Looks like Baryon's on his way to the capital at this point.
Man, Ainrun's just like, I don't need pots. One hit everything. It's all good. We got this.
Yeah. I mean, pots are actually incredibly useful. I actually really enjoy that Elden Ring has so many consumables that are like viable compared to some of the other games where you barely use them at all, I feel like.
True.
Besides, you know, blossoms for stamina regen or some kukris.
They've definitely made a lot of different decisions compared to the other games where they've shown their experience pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a reason why it sold, what, 14 million copies? That's probably way past it now.
That's a good question. I don't know.
That's what it was a while ago, so I'm assuming it's way more now, but either way, millions and millions of copies. Very successful game.
Yeah. Flippius with the poison strat again. It looks like he might have to double poison himself at this point. With that Godric's Great Rune active, he has a little bit more health, so he might have to do that twice. So he has a RTSR activated. Josh is taking
the Spartan chicken.
Taking all of his frustrations.
Not saying this is Elden Ring. This is Sparta. This is Elden Ring. Well done.
And the disrespect pointing at the beetle.
Get beetled, son. Oh my goodness. Ainrun. Guys, don't look. This shouldn't be allowed to be... Oh my goodness. 2 hits. Finishing with the 3rd. This is bullying at this point. For the kids.
For the kids. Also for the kids, that one.
Yep. sub there in the chat saying 16.6 million copies supposedly. Incredible.
That is that's absolutely insane.
The devs are bathing in money at this point.
But you know, it's not as insane as the work that the American Heart Association is putting into. For anyone that is wondering, by the way, as to why we're all doing this, we're doing it for a charity, the American Heart Association. They, put in a lot of work for heart disease, and all of the money goes towards that. So if you guys have any extra cash to spare, there is a link in chat. You can donate as much as you like, and that would always help out. That always helps out. Just had a little bit of a brain fart there in the middle of my speech.
No worries, it was Ainrun hitting you with the Sword of Night and Flame. It's all good. It happens to all of us.
That's what happens to every boss that Ainrun hits.
You can't process thought if you've been evaporated. It's all good. Backflippius here, about to eviscerate the upcoming boss.
Yeah, good old Loretta. I wonder what he's standing there for. Is he just prepping?
Yeah, looks like it. Getting the MP back, maybe? Yeah. Is Josh getting the... what's it called? Looks familiar. The red mains?
He's gonna be grabbing. He's gonna be dropping down here. There's a lot safer way of grabbing this too, which is that's a scary way of grabbing. I'm not gonna lie.
Holy
That's
moly!
terrifying. You can basically turn it into nighttime, and the Radon archer that's at the entrance won't be able to see you. You can basically ride around him.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, maybe Josh is doing it right now. So if it's nighttime right now, you can basically ride around the archer and just like sneak behind those two fire cannon guys and just grab it without aggroing anyone. It's a very safe strat.
Yeah. Baryon here fighting the Tree Sentinel, the Draconic Tree Sentinel, I should say, the upgraded version, the one that beats first and asks questions later.
Yep.
I really enjoyed that fight actually. In particular, it kind of surprised me how much I enjoyed kind of like a side fight like this one. The whole animation's absolutely beautiful. I mean, this was one of the fights that was actually advertised during the trailers for Elden Ring as well. The red lightning.
At first I was disappointed, and then I saw the red lightning, and I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. I actually really enjoy this. And he's going for just a bunch of Reduvia weapon arts. Oh, that's terrifying. Nice. GG's to Baryon.
Nice. Well done, Baryon. GG's, mate.
Looks like Flippius might be grabbing another scroll here. Maybe it's a memory stone. Not sure which one he's grabbing at the moment. I think this is Liurnia. It's always hard to tell. There's so many different places that look similar.
And runs on his way to Radon.
Never mind.
Think?
Yeah, right, Ronnie.
Does he take it Radon in this? Is Ainrun going to be fighting Radon?
I don't know. He's not doing his splits. Looks like it's Radon though.
The man doesn't need splits. Everything's already dead. It was predetermined at this point.
Just Sword of Night and Flame from the graveyard, the starting zone.
It's a recording. We need proof that it's actually live at this point in time.
Ain, blink twice if this is not a recording. Looks like it is. That's a shame.
Damn. Maybe he was asking for help. He probably did the wrong code.
Looks like we just got actually another donation from Channel 69 News.
69 News, thank you.
Thank you very much. $50, by the way. Really appreciate that. Many hit live streamer YoJosherino disrespected his longtime viewers by killing rabbit test subject's new pet beetle, Terrence. After committing this act live on broadcast, he then proceeded to point and laugh, showing how evil he truly is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's been chuckling to himself ever since. He had to somehow fix his mental after getting hit 6 times, and kicking a beetle.
I think we're on point beforehand, mate, in regards to him taking his dad on that beetle. Exactly right.
Yeah. Trying to repair
was
his
a-
mental state by kicking a beetle.
That was not a drill. Oh, what is happening with Baryon here? Interesting. So is there a... I wonder which way he's going to be doing this. So typically I would run through here. There's actually, you know, the gentleman that's running up and down to the side, on the right side there? The one past the one he's shooting currently. If you actually wait for him to come to the halfway point, you can actually just cleanly run through all of them and not have to worry about getting stuck at all. I've never been hit doing it after, it's that one right there. So if you look to the right-hand side and just time it as soon as he's coming down that halfway point, you can just make a clean run throughout the entire thing. And then just keep running down past the elevator, past all the other enemies, and it's going to be a clean touchdown.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do as well. Surprised he's doing the whole archery bit. Maybe he's just worried that one of the bubbles is going to hit him on the way. I've never had that happen myself,
this
but can definitely happen.
Haven't seen this way. This is a bit different. I take the continued straight path and then down to the right.
Oh, no.
Is there
I
any
didn't
item
jump
over
down.
here he might need?
I'm sorry?
Oh, is there anything he might need here in terms of items, or is this like a little
Nope.
cheeky shortcut?
Yeah, that's the way I go as well. It's just faster. And it's 100% safe.
Nice.
Yeah. It's the new way since they patched out the Lendale capital skip, which I still miss to this day.
Definitely interesting how it's like they were watching every speedrunner and hitless runner in terms of what they were coming up with, and they were like, you know, ban this man, call up the devs and ban strats. But I mean, I think it's really cool at the same time too, because it gets to show the flexibility of the hitless runners and the speedrunners in terms of them coming up with new strategies, and they can, you know, they're not reliant on the one strategy, and they can keep on coming in hard with anything they do.
For sure. And Ainrun is currently on Radon, kind of riding around. He currently still has the AI not rendered in, so he can go wherever he pleases until Radon shows up again. Not really sure where he's going, but
I wonder if he's going for maybe flat ground or something. Is there anything that would benefit him?
I mean, it's Sword Knight and Flame. Does it really matter, I guess, where he's standing, you know?
Maybe what he's saying is he's already defeated, and it's just kind of a premonition of what's to come. I don't know. Blink once, it's gone.
He might just, I don't know, he might just be enjoying, you know, the coast. Going for a nice little ride.
Hasn't been out of the house for a while, enjoying the sea.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Josh went for the Watchdog staff, also known as the Josh staff, as he likes to call it. Or the Watch Josh staff, one of those. Or the Josh Dog staff. He's been trying to convince me for a while now that this is a good weapon. I guess we'll find out today.
Let's get it.
It's got an interesting weapon art where basically you cast in these like 6 glintstone shards that deal a lot of just weapon art damage. The tracking is really weird on it, but it does do a lot of damage, I do have to say.
Hey, did I miss Asakron with a $1,000 dono?
Oh, that's just top dono. That's not...
Gotcha. Oh, for a moment I was like, holy moly. Thank you, Asa, regardless. That's insane, man.
That is absolutely insane.
Oh my goodness. What is this? Hold him back. My goodness, for the kids. Half HP with 1 beam. He is beaming at that man with a smile. Look at him. Ainrun is just pleased with himself. I think.
2 beams and Radon is out. I have no words. I'll be honest. I don't really know what to say for a 2 beam Andy. You know, I feel like that's gonna be every single boss from now on.
One could say that he was wiping the sweat off in terms of, well, he was doing it for Radon, because if I was in that fight and I was Radon, I'd be sweating. He's doing everything for the, for the kids for 1, and 2 for the bosses. He's putting him out very quickly. Josh
Baryon's
here.
getting to gold free at this point, as he's called belovedly. And we got another quick little $10 dono.
Oh, nice.
From Kitchen Gang saying, cute event, cute casters, cute runners, cute chat. Thanks for the great weekend. Thank you so much, Kitchen Gang, for the $10. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Kitchen.
No, you're cute, Kitchen. Did Josh just pour out of the Radon fight?
Did he?
I believe he did. Wasn't he just in the arena?
Yeah, I think you're right, mate. And Baryon here about to fight Goldtree, as you said before.
I'm assuming he poured it out because the oh.
Oh, hang in there, Josh. It's a secret strat, guys. He can't show it to us. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm assuming Radon went back to shooting arrows, so he had to reset him. So
It's something no one's seen before. Sorry, mate, go on.
No, you're good. You're good. Don't even worry about it. Baryon just doing the old Reduvia distance weapon arts.
I remember watching V-Sweat do this.
Yeah, it's a pain in the neck. Although, to be honest, it's not that bad.
A laggy fight? What was it? I think it was because of this fight in particular that people... Oh, you can see the frame drop there as well. Due to all the fog walls, is that correct? The fog walls being a contributor towards frame drop? Which might explain why the Godskin duo might lag a bit as well.
That's a good question. I don't know, actually, because for me, it doesn't lag. So, I don't know. But he's doing pretty good so far.
Very clean
on this fight. Honestly, it's not too bad because it's very predictable that when you shoot a projectile, he'll always dash towards you and you just like roll away and just rinse and repeat basically. Wow. Which is very, very nice. He'll sometimes do the overhead and I get an extra 2. I think for V-Sword, what he used to do is he used to just run even farther away to do the air
wasn't
attack.
it? Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
Mate, I have to say, and I'm embarrassed to say it, there were quite a few times where, because he's such an easy enemy to fight, I got hit by him. As in, you'd almost be in autopilot mode, and that is a massive no in terms of hitless runs, obviously. So here you are, you're chilling, you're talking with the folks, and all of a sudden, you look to the side and you stomp your face, and you're like, what just happened? And again, you know, the whole emotional and physical damage. So he taught me a few lessons in terms of humility, and not underestimating your opponents, and I hate you, Golfrey, just putting it out there.
And if in case you blinked twice, you just saw backflippius kill Draconic Tree Sentinel, by the way. That was absolutely insane strat. Terran and Slice are putting in so much work, dude. It's insane to watch sorcery only no hit run and seeing how powerful sorceries actually are.
It's true. And welcome back to Josh as well. Going for the Radon fight here.
It looks like this time Radon's actually not going back to arrows, so he's in the clear to actually pursue this fight. Getting the Watchdog staff out. And yeah, here are the glintstone pebbles I was talking about.
Baryon about to fight Morgan as well.
Oh, and Josh just got hit. Oh no.
You got this, Josh. Hang in there, mate. Doing so well, brother. Big damage. Coming out with the club. Oh my goodness.
And you always want to roll forward there, by the way. When he does the pull-in shockwave, you want to roll forward in front of Radon, so he always does the follow-up. Otherwise, he won't do that. Gets you an extra free hit in. It's very useful.
Yeah, very useful. True. Look at that damage. Phase 2, what? I'm sorry. Well done, Josh.
Baryon's walking up here for Morgott at this point in time. I wonder if it's gonna. I wonder what the strat is that Baryon has for.
Oh, Morgott. Josh, so close, mate. Took another hit there. We can say that was a strat to get the RTSR.
Yeah, exactly. Good old RTSR setup real quick before
he
it goes
planned
to the next boss fight.
Exactly, it was planned. He's making the bosses feel like they have a chance. All right, Morgan fight. Here we go, guys. Top right there with Baryon. Typically, the strat is to wait for him to do his jump attack from range, and then just capitalize on that insane opening that he usually gives afterwards.
Looks like he's hovering with Shackle too, so I'm assuming he's prepping for a specific moment.
Oh, bringing it down.
There's the Shackle.
Let's go, son.
Going into phase 2 here. Yeah, you better get out of the way real quick before the second phase starts.
Indeed. No contest.
And I believe you can't shackle in phase 2, so he has to do the rest of the health bar now, just with the weapon art. Oof, that was close. Just
Every time
absolutely
if you bait
terrifying.
out that attack there, and he does the flip to the side, you'll always be able to, from range, you can bait out that stab, making a nice clean opening as well.
Yeah. Phase 2 is terrifying.
The spin to win, if you're banked into a corner, you always want to make sure that you're within the center of the arena, or as centered as possible. There we go with the other bait out. Well done. So for that one there, guys, when he throws out the projectiles for Morgott, if you roll to the side, left, usually I go right. I think left works too, though, as we could see. Any kind of direction in particular does typically bait the somersault followed by that stab attack, and it is a free hit after that. It's very nice.
I think I just blinked again because Draconic Tree Sentinel just died for Ainrun.
It didn't exist in his pathway, mate. It's a dream at this point.
Also, the spear move on Morgott Phase 2 is the charge attack is just terrifying. That one right there.
Is. There's a lot of I don't know, lingering frames I've found with that attack, where sometimes you've like rolled past the tip of the spear, but he's still able to chug you along with the base of the spear in the first place, regardless.
Yep. Good old two-beam Andy Ainrun. Just two-shot the Draconic Tree Sentinel.
Again,
I'm assuming it's going to happen for the kids. I'm assuming it's going to happen to Goldfree as well. Just a good old two-shot. I think it's going to be for most of them, except for Fire Giant. I'm assuming it's going to be a two-shot.
I think Fire Giant's what, maybe like a 5, 6, or a 7? It's still really quick.
Yeah. And GG's to
you usually
Baryon.
get the headshot.
GG's to Baryon for getting more.
Well done, mate. Very clean kill. These guys are popping off. Absolutely well done.
And Flippius is on his way to Goldfree now. I'm assuming he's going to be using Night Comet on Goldfree, because that way Goldfree wouldn't actually dash towards him and attack him. Like I mentioned before, it's an invisible sorcery, so bosses don't react to invisible spells.
Fantastic.
Really,
is that
really
the only one in the game like that? I mean, I know in terms of like the knowledge for the sorcery there, but I didn't know about that. Fun fact.
Yeah, so the night sorcerers are actually used by assassins, so they're considered invisible. And I think there's like 3, 4, 5 spells that are night sorceries that you can use.
Ooh.
But the Night Comet I think is like one of the best ones.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it looks like
So it's one of those ones where it's pretty quick to cast, decent MP efficiency and cast speed and all the good stuff.
Correct.
And
Oh
run
yeah,
with the shortcut as well.
there he's got the Night Comet right there now too. Yep, there he goes.
Bang. On point. Making clean work there, backflippius. Keep it up, sir.
Keeping his distance as well. He's running all the way to the back of the room so that the air attack doesn't happen.
Oh, clean as a whistle. GG's, mate.
It's crazy.
What would you say is the hardest, or the one that you need to be most on point for, as in like alert when you're fighting all the bosses? When going throughout the run.
Sorry, one more time. What was that?
Oh, when you're doing your runs, what do you feel is probably the most clinch-worthy fight out of all of them?
For me personally, it's probably Radigan Elden Beast, just because that's where I've had my one-hit PB for the last 2 months.
No.
I've gotten hit twice on Elden Beast, and it's been pretty devastating. But besides that, Fire Giant, that's just a big mental block. Fire Giant has got some really weird hits that can happen.
Especially those fire attacks. The way that it can ricochet around the arena and whatnot. Oh, scary.
Yeah. Also, there's so I have gotten hit a couple times with the lingering hitboxes that you mentioned before. There's a Fire Giant can stomp, and sometimes those stomps have lingering hitboxes, which I've gotten hit by.
They do.
Which sucks, but it happens.
The terrain as well with Fire Giant is a bit rigged against you in multiple ways. For example, when he's bringing up the shield and he's about to go for the slam, there are times where, depending on the angle, especially if you're near the cliffside, if he goes for that slam, he slams the ground, but then he also kind of like scoops it towards him as well. It's a really weird animation, and it completely takes over like that entire like cliff area. It's absolutely terrifying, so I try to avoid it at all costs. As soon as he goes into the cliff, I just run away with my tail between my legs and I try to bait him away from it, just wait a little bit, even if it's like a minute or two. It's not worth being hit at that point in time, obviously.
Yeah. No, that's very fair.
Backflippius with Morgott. Going to be seeing some nice damage here in a second. And we've got Ainrun in the top left there as well. He's about to fight Godfrey.
I wonder if he's going to use a shackle here. Doesn't look like it. Maybe
Looks like
another
he's
night
baiting for that
comment?
long range. Maybe. Maybe even carrying Slicer. Just bait out that attack and then go for the carrying Slicer from behind.
I'm assuming he's baiting the spear throw attack.
Exactly right.
In the very beginning of the fight, the spear throw attack, he almost always then jumps on you, and that's a very punishable move.
Ainrun cracking the neck there. He's getting ready for the fight of his life. He's looking him in the eye. Oh,
Yep.
sweet Moses.
And there we go again, the beauty of, sort of Night and Flame. One beam and a couple of hits, and that's another boss down.
Wow.
Absolutely crazy. There's a spear chuck again. Nice little jump.
Very
Evading
nice.
some carrying
There it
slices.
is. Carrying Slicer. The damage. Hold him not. Oh my goodness.
Okay, he's got freeze mist now, so he's got a frostbite proc. Interesting. Okay. And I was going for night comets. Oh, look at that damage.
Swords
Absolutely
don't even
insane.
matter. Well done. Backflippius GG's. Same to Ainrun. I mean, we need to have auto check there with Ainrun to GG's in 2 seconds. For the kids.
Ain just walked up and blasted the assassin in the face. Nice little way to deal with that.
For those that don't know, in terms of the assassin strat, usually kind of hide behind the couch and just wait about 50 seconds to a minute, and then usually he just de-aggroes and then walks back to his original position, and then you're fine to run up to Morgan safely.
Yeah.
Josh, they're about to engage with the Draconic Tree Sentinel as well. I really like the whole... There's 2 things that can happen as when you're engaging upon the Draconic Tree Sentinel. If you're too close, usually he does a jump away, but if you do the distancing just right, instead he'll turn towards you, allowing for an extra free hit. So right there, see how he turned? There's also another way, that jump that happens after, if you're at the wrong distance, he will actually just do that jump immediately, and can definitely throw a setup off if that's what you're going for a scripted fight. So yeah, distance is key.
GG's
Well done.
to Josh, too.
GG's Josh. Just clubbing his way to victory. Well done, mate.
Baryon's on his way already to the mountaintops. Currently in the lead, too. Oh, and Ainrun's on Margit. Currently on phase 1.
Mate, there's going to be no phases here.
Dude, I don't know why, but I'm really hoping that Ainrun gets hit just so I can
Me too.
I could say that he used Sonaf down patch and still gets hit. But right now he's doing really, really well.
Oh, he's smashing it.
He's using red main.
Red
Interesting.
mains.
Just so he can get that free cast off.
Wow. Oh.
What a cheesy little strat. But hey, it works. GG's to Ainrun.
Look at that smirk. GG's Ainrun.
He knows what he's doing.
He is pleased with himself.
He's doing it for the kids.
He is.
And we got Josh walking up through the capital now. Probably gonna get ready for a gold free here soon. Philippius is on his way to the mountaintops.
Indeed.
And Baryon's going to be taking the elevator, which brings us to like a 10-minute segment of watching them ride, basically.
You noticed there that Baryon was turning around when he went past the gargoyle. For those that don't know, the gargoyle can be a little bit cheeky, and not always, but sometimes, maybe 20-30% of the time, has a chance of throwing at his breath attack, which is his only range attack. And yeah, it can hit you if you're not looking carefully. So usually the best thing is when you're going up that staircase, just turn around to make sure he's not doing anything too cheeky. And I mean, if he is throwing it, you can just simply jump to the side and you're going to be fine. The tracking's pretty poor in it.
It's actually kind of interesting because personally, I've never gotten hit by it. I've never seen it or anything, but I've heard. It's like, for me, it's like a myth of like of seeing that attack.
I got lucky that it happened during my routing, and so thankfully I didn't have to worry about that during the actual runs itself. But yeah, it is pretty slim. I don't know, maybe it's a timing thing, mate. You could be just going swift as a course and river. I'm not sure, but It did happen from time to time, and it yeah, pretty terrifying. I think I saw Happy Hob getting hit by it at one point in time in V-Sweat as well. So yeah, definitely have been some occurrences. And same here with Baryon going past this fire gentleman. There's a few ways to tackle this. How do you do it, mate?
The bridge part,
Yes.
just ride. I don't know. You just
Okay.
just go fast, basically. And I also
Nice.
double jump at one point because sometimes those fire people
Exactly.
behind them can cast a
Mhm.
fireball. You get really close to your horse. So normally what I do is I just like expend my whole stamina bar, and
Gotcha.
then once it regens, that's like timing wise, right when I'm around the fireball's about to hit, and I just go for a double jump just to make sure that it doesn't tag my horse in any way.
For sure. Typically, I find that there's a little cleft bit that's elevated above the rest. I find usually, because I tested it a couple of hundred times in terms of consistency, because that's what we do for the hitless runs. And I found that usually that's typically where it would land. And if I jumped at that point, I'm going to be safe all the time.
That's interesting. A couple hundred, dude. I do it twice. That's consistent enough for me. And then it's consistent until proven otherwise. You know what I mean? So
Mate, you know what? That's fair. That's fair.
2 tries, good enough for me. That works. All right, put it in the route.
It's gone into Notepad Plus there. It's
Yeah,
done.
exactly.
Wiped off.
Maybe that's why I haven't gotten my run yet. That might be a reason.
Not even. The fact that you've got like PB1 and with that amazing mindset. I mean, it's chill. That's all it is. As long as you enjoy the run. And Ainrun there. Hot mate, is he gonna? Nah, he's fine. The cheeks look puckered on his character there, but you know what? In real life, it's the other way around. That horseman was actually running from him. He was just quicker.
Yeah, he was holding himself back, riding his horse. It's like, oh, I'm gonna get you. He's like, oh wait, is that sword of a flame? Oh, never mind. No.
Yeah.
Proceed to the bridge, my good sir.
My day off today. You got lucky. Is what was it? The bodyguard with John Wick? You working tonight?
Yeah.
Josh about to fight. Godfrey here. Buffing up as well.
That was actually kind of close. It kind of scared me. But yeah, Flame grant me strength, and then Golden Vow for some good old damage.
Yep. Going across the frozen lake there.
I don't know where the heck that weapon art went, though. Went straight towards the fog wall, not even towards the boss. That was interesting. There we go.
Oh, the damage.
Yeah, the weapon art's not bad. The tracking for the little pebbles, though, is a little weird sometimes. Nice little strafing there. For anyone that doesn't really know, that the strafing gold free to the right is pretty useful. You can get a lot of free hits in just for strafing to the right.
For sure. How do you feel about the gold free fight from like a melee perspective? I find that there are times where he like goes into the pillars or the camera, kind of just goes into the it terrifies me. There are times where I feel a little bit claustrophobic. Oh no, Josh with the hit. Oh no. Unfortunate.
Sorry, I just had multiple thoughts going through my mind there.
No worries.
Melee wise, it's not that bad. See, look at that there again. That weapon art just going completely not in the direction it's supposed to go.
Mate, Ainrun's hiding in the pillar. Let's be real.
Yeah. For melee only though, it's actually not that bad. There's like 3 attacks, I believe, that are very like easily punishable, and just especially with gold free only having 1 phase, it's very much a rinse and repeat type of fight.
Sure.
So I don't find it to be too difficult. Personally, but I know that
I think the camera's probably the hardest part of the fight itself.
Yeah, positioning I definitely think is key in that fight more than anything else.
Absolutely,
especially with that arena being really weird and kind of small. And we have
Baryon very close to fighting the giant.
Yeah, he's getting really close to just cross the last part before getting to the giant fog wall.
Josh about to fight Morgan as well, and we've got backflippius going across the bridge. Oh, whatever you'd want to call that. What's remaining of the bridge. Just hiding in that safe corner pocket.
Josh just ran past the assassin. He didn't actually go behind the couch and hide for a little bit. Just
Man's taking all names.
Oh my lord, that is.
Can you get hit during?
scary.
Oh,
That is terrifying.
confirmed. Josh is trying to make us pucker here in the audience.
Keeping us on our toes.
Don't have much of a seat left. Well done, Josh. Thank you.
Here we go. Baiting out the spear chuck. Going for a second R2.
Yeah.
I believe one more
And
charged R2, and you should do the sword rain attack.
Would that break posture at that point in time?
No. So one more of these. I'm assuming he does the sword rain attack. Yep, there it is.
Oh,
And then one
hey,
more.
there it is. He was measuring
Nice.
the damage. Well done.
Interesting. He goes
Yeah.
for the back, not the front. I don't know. I don't think that really makes a difference, but it's exactly.
He's
a
going
half
for more. I
HP
think
too.
yes, he's measured the damage. If he went to the front, he would have done more damage, and therefore he would have gone into the next phase. I think. Well, actually, no, it should be fine then because until you hit him again for a second time.
Correct.
Yeah, it shouldn't matter. Yeah. Wait, I think it's just flexing at this point in time.
He's doing
Josh
the rare
is
sleep pot strat. So you can actually sleep Morgott while phase trans. Oh, actually, in the fight in general, you can sleep him for like a 2 seconds. You throw 2 sleeping pots at him while he's doing his phase transition. Sadly, he didn't get the timing there perfectly. It has to almost be perfect to get that.
Oh no! Josh is just trying to give the bosses a chance.
Did Josh get the bonfire, or does he have to run all the way back?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't think he got it because he ran past, didn't he?
Oh, Baryon's currently in Volcano Manor again. I'm assuming he's grabbing the other Somber 7. He already grabbed one on the mountaintops, but I'm assuming he's grabbing the second one. So he has the Reduvia at +9, but also the Serpent Hunter at +9 for the Gideon strat. Oh, he has to run all the way back. Oh, no.
Backflippius, is he doing a fight here? No, never mind.
He's just picking up the Serpent Hunter, I believe.
Gotcha. And Ainrun going across the frozen lake? There's a certain particular pathway that if you take it, the dragon spawns to your left-hand side, and it's pretty damn safe. I mean, I've never been hit by it. If you go slightly to the right, or have the trees to the right, or to the left of you, I should say, it always spawns to your left, and it never does anything in terms of range attack or anything like that. And I think it's pretty cool how they've designed the dragon to spawn in certain locations depending on your location of where you are within the ice lake, so therefore you can't technically always run past it, kind of thing.
Whoa, did you just see? I had it actually.
Josh?
I've never seen that parkour before for the capital. That was actually really interesting.
I saw it mentioned in the Discord a while ago, actually, and Josh, again, showing off what he knows. Well done.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Hardcore parkour.
Yeah, exactly.
Enemy
So it looks
felled.
like Baryon just upgraded the Serpent Hunter there. And he's going for, I think he goes for 60 strength. And he might be going for the Fire Giant fight now. Backflippius is going
two
for the
vertical
upgrades as well
columns.
right before the Fire Giant too. Oh, sorry, what were you going to say?
Oh, no, everyone's coming to a head now in terms of the Fire Giant. Josh very close as well. Going to be refighting Morgott.
I wonder if he's trying to make sure that his PC's holding up with the game. Very impressive though that the other the 3 runners, Ain, Baryon, and Backflippius are still hitless. At this point in
Absolutely.
time. All right, Baryon's buffed up and he's going in. I'm assuming it's just full Reduvia for the whole fight as well.
Oh, not the Serpent Hunter?
Oh, never mind.
Oh, he's taking it out, the big boy. Going to be seeing some nice damage here. I wonder if he's going to be trying to break poise. Fire Giant freaks me out. There's so many things that can go wrong in this fight. But I would say my most feared is probably Godskin Duo. That's a scary fight, that one.
Sleeping Pots, it's not too shabby.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, hurt my soul, those two.
Yeah, no, I got you though. He's going to, yeah, he baited out the jump attack so he can get the free hits in here. One more R2 and he should be able to get the stagger. Yep, there it is.
Yep, well done. Getting some stand back for the 2 hits. Oh, beautiful. That stamina management was absolutely amazing. Well done, Baryon.
What I've seen Josh do as well is actually throw those sleeping pots on Fire Giant, and you can actually sleep him for some extra hits, which is very interesting. Oh, no, he misses
He missed the first hit. Mate, I have to say, that is scary doing the R2 on that one, because I've seen the fire go all over the place. And, though, I don't know if you've felt the same way in regards to that volcano attack that he does with the Fire Giant. I find typically my first position of when he initiates it actually dictates what the tracking is like. So, for example, if I quickly run behind him when he first initially does that volcano attack, like maybe I'm 20 meters out or whatever you want to say in terms of distance, I find that I never get hit by the rocks. But if I'm behind him or close to behind him initially when he does a volcano attack, then there is actually a chance of being hit by said attack.
Yeah, that's actually a good question. I know I don't really fight Fire Giant phase 2 for so long, personally. My strat is just Scarlet rotting him in the face and then running away, so that's my phase 2. But what I'm kind of worried actually for Baryon right now is because he didn't actually get the stagger that he's supposed to in phase 2. He might get that fire breathing attack, which is terrifying.
As soon as you see, stay close and hold on, mate. You go, no. Oh, I thought he was doing the breath.
Yeah, there's that one where he just does it where in a stationary position, but there's one where he like actually moves slowly towards you and breathes in your direction, and that attack is really hard to dodge.
Fun fact, even if you're behind cover, it still hits you. Found out the hard way. Even if you're going behind like that massive log in that arena, you'll block it for a period of time, but for some reason that last spurt that he has releases all fury, and it just hits you regardless.
Ain's on Fire Giant as well right now too.
Yeah.
He's porting out.
Burning out.
Okay.
Burning out, yeah.
Fire Giant was stuck on the cliff on like a little segment of rock there, which really messes up the AI. To where Fire Giant wants to actually be on common ground with you, so he'll like try and route himself off of the rock, and it can get really weird. Where he'll try and walk off, but then do an attack while he's walking off. So you don't really know what he's going to do next. So just I'm assuming for consistency's sake, he just.
Oh, here we go with Baryon. Got that dreaded attack.
Is.
He's got this. He's up close. Very good pacing. And the fireballs. Oh, that fire went almost. Oh my goodness. That rebound though.
That's
I felt that pucker. I felt it. Well done to him.
That was terrifying. I hate that attack. I've gotten hit by that so many times.
What happened to Josh? Technical difficulties? Hang in there, mate.
Yeah, he said that I think he just will be exiting the run because he said he doesn't know if his PC will be able to handle him playing while streaming the event.
Guys, a big thank you to Josh for streaming the event. His PC's taken a massive hit in terms of the specs. Well, the frame drop and everything.
GG's to Baryon.
GG's
Finally
to Baryon.
completing Fire Giant there. That's massive.
Well
Still 0 hits too, which is crazy.
Cheers, Josh. Much love, man. Ainrun. Who should we... Mate, I don't know. I'm speechless. Who should we be going for at this point in time? I almost feel sorry for Fire Giant.
He's going to be sneezing on Fire Giant here a couple of times, and yep, there he goes.
Oh, my sweet Mary Lou.
So now we can focus on Flippius.
Flippius, hi, mate. Nice.
Going for
bringing out the carry in there.
Yeah.
Well done. 2 hits, and that's all it takes to break it. Insanity. Look at that attack speed.
Damage.
Mate.
He's going for rock sling on phase 2. Okay, I'm assuming it's for the poise damage.
Poise damage, yeah.
Gonna knock him out and maybe just go straight for the carrying slice around the eyeball, is my guess.
Do you like going for the eyeball personally? Yeah, so if I was to run behind him right now, I'd find... Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there's the carrying slice on the eyeball.
Timed.
Perfect. GG's to Flippius.
GG's. Like science. Look at these guys perfectly, basically in sync.
Yeah, they all just got done.
Ainrun. Yeah. Fire Giant done, guys. Keep it up. Thank you again, Josh. You legend, mate.
Now we got the Faruma Zula routing bit, which to me is probably the most terrifying to run through. Faruma Zula has a lot of parkour, I want to say, but also some enemies that can be a little tricky, especially the bird section is pretty unfun.
Oh, mate, for sure. The segment, what was it? When you get past the dragon, and then you're running past those enemies there, I find that especially terrifying because there's usually a point where you're going past that door where the caster is, and there's a massive frame drop. I don't know. It's just for me every time I get to that point. So I've actually resolved to using what is it? The dash, so that way I can get past it safely every time.
Yeah, I got you. That's very fair. It looks like yeah, nice little Assassin's Creed moment of just sneaking through the areas real quick. Baryon's making it look very easy. I mean, it is pretty straightforward. But I know
What you're looking for.
those beastmen are terrifying. Yeah. Very fast creatures with those what are those weapons? Like levers, I think.
Cleavers, scimitars.
Yeah.
Maybe what is it, like the kosh or something? It's almost Egyptian, isn't it? With the I don't know, the curve.
Yeah. I know what you mean. What's like your favorite weapon type in Elden Ring?
Oh, good question. I think they've done a really good job, honestly, across the board with all weapon types, as in feeling unique, especially when you've got the different skills attached to the different weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that you also have the ability to kind of switch out what you want for at least the basic weapons as well. Mate, I'm going to stick to Morningstar. I think that's such a cool weapon, and I really love the parrying as well, so I'm going to go with the Misery Cord too. Great dagger. Love the crit damage on it. Very
That's
biased.
very fair. Yeah.
Yeah. Yourself?
I find like looks wise, flails are really cool. I wish they were more viable because they kind of suck in the game, but like looks wise they're really cool. Yeah. Otherwise, I've always been a hammer guy, but the hammers in this game has been not so great either. But in Monster Hunter, I'm a hammer bro as well. So yeah,
Hey.
hammers have always been my go-to.
Amazing weapon. In fact, I started off with the hammer, and then I eventually went to longsword and the charge blade. The whole counterattack thing is my kind of jam, but hammer felt very rewarding, especially when you're doing the the rolling down the hill and the multiple hits in the air. That was
Yeah,
cool.
I got you.
Very
Very
satisfying.
fair. Did Aim want to get the Rogers Rapier, but Roger's dead, so
He's gonna have to keep going backwards and forwards and talking. Eventually, it spawns in.
oh, does it really?
Yeah. At first, I thought it was glitched, and if you keep like doing it again and again and again, it does actually drop on the ground. I don't know what the reasoning behind that is, if it's law based or what, but it does eventually drop it. You just need to do it enough times.
I did not know that. I just whenever that happened, I'd be like, oh, I guess I was too late, and then I have just routed it in to where I get it early on now.
Gotcha. There it is.
Interesting. Okay. I actually never.
He was
knew that.
holding out. You had to show determination. It's it's not a one-sided relationship there. You have to prove yourself with a few teleports. And Baryon about to fight Godskin Duo with the setup.
I wonder if he's using sleeping pots for this, or is he using sleeping? Oh, he's using sleeping arrows and pots. Pause. Yes, he is. He's using sleeping pots and arrows, which is like the most effective way I think of going about this fight.
Nice.
Normally just pot the apostle, and then you just arrow the noble, because the noble, which is the bigger one, doesn't actually
Doesn't dodge.
evade. Yeah. But just runs towards you instead, which makes it really easy just to arrow down the noble.
Fun fact within this fight, by the way, guys. The top right, all the pillars are in perfect sync with each other in terms of how they're positioned apart from the top right, with the dragon head being in the top, which is very strange. And the pillars, in terms of how they've been designed, whether it's hitboxes or who knows what, they aren't all safe. So let's say you're fighting them without sleep pots or anything like that, and the big boy's rolling towards you. Both middle pillars are actually safe 100% of the time. He cannot roll over them. But on the other pillars, the top left one, both top ones, in terms of the bottom left corner for the top left and the bottom one for the top right, is actually unsafe and he can roll through there. And then you got the bottom ones as well in terms of them facing towards the center. There's actually a bit of an opening for him to roll past and open and through. So in a nutshell, easy to remember TLDR. If you're trying to avoid being rolled over by Big Boy when you're fighting these guys, stick to the middle pillars and he'll never be able to roll past them.
Interesting. Actually, luckily I don't have to deal with the roly-poly, but I've definitely heard ending runs for trying to deal with that attack.
It's not nice.
And Baryon finishing Godskin Duo, no problem at all. Nice little sleep strats and
Nicely
extreme
done.
damage with the Serpent Hunter.
Ainrun about to fight Godskin Duo now.
I don't even think
Mate,
that.
can we even call it a fight at this point?
Yeah.
For the kids, let's just say it preemptively.
I wonder how he's going to do it though.
Backflippers.
Is he just going to blast one of them? Or is he going to blast both of them at the same time? Wait,
Backflippius there with the sleep pod on Big Boy. Is he going through?
Oh, wait, that is so interesting, actually. So Ain threw a kukri against the top left corner and had both of them aggro towards that because of sound and used.
Oh my god, he's going to beam through both. Oh, it's going to be a massacre. Look away, folks.
That is an interesting strat. That is really cool. I've never seen that before, actually.
Holy dooly, Batman.
Why is he not standing closer for more damage, though? Maybe just not hit both of them, I guess.
He's giving them a chance.
Oh my lord.
Whoa, Nelly. This is illegal. We have to remove him. My goodness. Well done, Ain. Oh, no.
Oh, he has to deal with one little... He could just honestly just laser as soon as they spawn in.
He's going to close his eyes at this point in time, so look, mum, no hands.
So if Flippius is going at it too right now with Carrion Slicer, oh my gosh, just as much damage actually.
Just as much.
And this is current patch, by the way.
He's probably going to get him right now, actually, with that attack speed compared to the beam. I think it'll finish him.
Yeah, the freezing mist, by the way, the proc won't wake up the nobles. Freezing mist behaves just like poison mist, to where it doesn't necessarily aggro the enemies.
My goodness.
Oh my lord.
Backflippius GG's. Well done. And run as well, simultaneous.
Absolute GG's. And Baryon's currently dealing with the bird route here, trying to deal with one of the birds.
Want to try and stay more towards the center of that roof there, otherwise you can actually fly over, and looking for that hop over in particular, that certain animation that kind of shows that there's an opening to get the hit. It's kind of funny and ironic that within this game, the birds struggle to navigate verticality.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting how the cliffs or either the rooftops just stop them from flying towards you. It's very entertaining to watch. Sometimes them getting stuck. This section is always so nerve-wracking, especially if you don't have a consistent way of getting through it. Some of the birds can really freak out. I've even had the red lightning go through the rooftop and strike me while I'm standing on top of it.
Seriously?
Which is extremely unfun.
For me, the clenchy bit is when I'm running past the pillars and there's that gentleman who's throwing the knives at me. And either running past him or killing him, one or the other. It always leaves me with no seat to sit on afterwards. There's 100%. Nothing left.
So you see like the birds here, like they go for that attack, but because there's like a weird cliff, the game doesn't allow them to actually reach you unless they're on the same level as you. So you can, it's like an invisible wall almost. You can just bait them towards it and then hit them as soon as they try to climb it.
Exactly right. And fun fact in regards to if you were to do this like melee only, quote unquote, if you were to, let's say you can't shoot the dragon from a distance and therefore prevent the lightning from hitting you, you can simply hop up onto the same ledge as him, which is, by the way, he is terrifying because if he brings out that fire attack, even if you try to go behind cover, he can actually, again, hit through the cover. Fire's weird in this game. So if you just jump up and then jump back down again, fall down, he actually just despawns himself. And that's the safe way to be able to deal with that. Backflip is making quick work of the birds there.
Yeah, Baron's just waiting right now for that one beastman to walk past him. What if he just keeps walking past him, or if he actually kills this one? Or at least puts him to sleep. Oh no, he just walks past him. Okay. And he has to hug this left side because there's a sleeping beastman to the right that can wake up if you get too close.
I didn't
So
realize
it's-
you could get past him without alerting him. Nice.
Yep, you could just gotta sneak onto the left side and you should be fine. And then you sleep this one.
Wow. Nice.
And there he goes. He's across now. So the last one, there's only one more beastman in his way for the elevator. I roll past this one. I know some people have some different strats for this, but I just, go through it raw, just like that. Perfect.
Gordon Ramsay would approve, or maybe not. Baryon, when he was running past that gentleman there, the enemy, he only does one of two attacks. One of them is the two-handed slash that he did there, and then of course you have the other one, which is more of the dash. So,
Yeah.
thankfully, there's only two variables within that point, and usually you're past it at that point too.
I'm almost getting to like the finale of the run.
Very
Once we
quick,
hit
guys.
Malekith, we have the end section, which is just the Lendel capital again.
Yeah.
Which is really, really nice. Speaking of capital, you guys have extra capital in your bank account. You guys could go ahead and check out the charity link for the American Heart Association, which is the charity that we're collecting for this whole weekend, this whole event. They do a lot of incredible work, and they use all of the money to the best way that they can. So yeah, if you have any extra coin to spare, we always really appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
And thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks so much for spending your Sunday with us. And we have Baryon getting ready for clergyman slash.
Oh, Ainrun, he got hit. Oh, the lightning. That's the +1. He is not happy with that whatsoever.
And,
he beamed him and he dodged it, and
that's a
he
shame.
retaliated.
I'm pretty sure in patch 1.06 that would have
Again?
happened.
Second hit on Ainrun there. The enemy fell down on top of him. He was taking names. It's gone pear-shaped for Ainrun right now.
Sonap
thing
users
called me
in
nothing.
shambles, which is just Ain. Because no one else does this anymore.
He's doing it for the kids. That's what it is.
Yeah, those two hits were for the kids. And Baryon's going into clergyman at this point. Just going straight for the Reduvia weapon art strat.
Do you reckon he's going to be changing off to the Serpent Hunter near towards the end to go for the script kill?
I don't
With the poise damage?
think so. I don't know. That's a good question. So what I normally do here, which is a way safer strat in my opinion, but I get Scarlet Rot as a spell, and you can actually hide behind the pillar and Scarlet Rot through it, and then just constantly
No
hug
kidding.
the pillar, and he'll just
You can't
rot
do anything,
into
huh?
phase 2. Yep,
Nice.
very nice.
For me,
But I
what I
don't-
do is...
Oh,
sorry,
sorry.
go on, man. No, go
No,
on.
go ahead. No, you're good.
No.
That's fine.
What was it? Nah, I'm lost.
Hey, you're good. Yeah, I grabbed Scarlet Rod for Fire Giant as well, so I thought I might as well use it for this fight. It's pretty useful.
Nice.
Yeah, that was it.
So with Malekith, typically what I do is I remembered, hey, ADHD is a powerful thing, what can I say?
You're great. No, you're good.
So with Malekith, because I did a couple of different weapons with him, what was it? I calculated how much HP I needed to lose. Here's the thing, this is what I love about and what I learned from doing hitless runs. Figuring out like the transition points and how to really capitalize on that damage before going into the next phase. So for example, with Malekith, 4,779 damage. And at that point in time, I would leave him there. So obviously you might be 100, 200 HP short, whatever, and it depends on the weapon you're using. But at that point in time, bad at an opening, whether it's, him slamming the ground, something like that. And then right before the phase transition, really hit him hard with a full heavy, with whatever your weapon you're using, and then go for that easy poise damage, that guaranteed script. And what I really liked about Malekith as well, oh no, Baryon, mate, with the hit. Unfortunate.
Did you try a strafe one of the overhead attacks, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
I was watching Ainrun just like wait for the Draconic Tree Sentinel to walk down so you can use a Kukri to distract him. So I kind of missed
That's
that.
Baryon.
Damn. That's a shame. I wonder what backflippius is doing here. He's actually in an Everjail right now.
Interesting.
I'm assuming he might be getting a spell here from the Everjail. I'm not sure which one he's actually in right now. Oh, it's the Onyx Lord. Oh, he's going for the Meteor spell, I believe. That's what he's grabbing right now. Is Well, that's a one
Wow.
shot.
Okay.
That's insane.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this, the meteorite spell. Very powerful spell. But you basically are stationary while you're casting it. It's like a what do you want to call it? It's a channeled spell.
goodness.
That's the word I'm looking for. And then Ainge is red maining and then going for a Sonaf cast, and he's already in phase 2.
Indeed. Fun fact for those who don't know in regards to second phase with Malekith, depending on your positioning of where you're standing after he does his first attack or when he's positioning towards you, moving towards you, determines what attack he does. Oh no, Ain with the hit! Mate! That right there is emotional damage. Whoa. Not happy, son. He's... oh.
Do we have a for the kids emote that we could spam?
I think that's what he's saying right there. You know.
That's a shame. But hey, so far though, it's been a great run, even with these last couple of fights.
This is so difficult, guys, and being able to make it this far without a hit, they're incredible runners.
Here comes Flippius. He's also now in Clergyman.
He is charging forward. The man's ready. Baryon with round 2, almost at second phase there.
All right, looks like he's just going for a bunch of Glint Blade spells. Going into phase 2, I'm assuming, does he go for Karen's Slicer in phase 2?
I think he will. I think he'll probably kill him very quickly after that slam. The initial bait and slam.
Enjoying the cutscene. I
was going to say extra points for the cutscene, yeah.
I love that cutscene. It's so good.
Oh,
that was close. That one. My lord.
Mate.
Lots of damage, though. GG's to Flippius.
Flippius, popping off.
Got me a little anxious there, but to be honest, like I said, Flippius has such a calculated route. Like, it's absolutely incredible to watch. All right, now Baryon
about to finish here. Yep.
Yeah. He does that where he doesn't actually roll the overhead, which I just find terrifying. I've always rolled it just to make sure that I don't get hit, but he just outspaces it perfectly to where he can just walk towards them instead.
Man knows what he's doing.
Yeah, that one right there. Yep, just walks right into it. It's just so terrifying to watch, but he's
timing is on point.
Doing it the whole time.
Ainrun again with the red mains and instant phase 2.
Instant sneeze into yeah. Oh lord, is that what you think a magician's like sneezes like? Is just Sonaf cast?
It's incredible. Is he even clicking buttons at this point, mate? I'm still convinced it's a pre-recording. He's just trying to give the bosses a chance. He's trying to make us think it's legit by getting hit. That's what it is.
He still hasn't blinked twice since I've asked him to, so I'm assuming it's not. It's a pre-recording, yeah. Absolutely. GG's though to Ain,
Very much so. GG's Ain. Baryon here, tying things up with Malekith, almost done.
Some of those pillar attacks are pretty scary too.
I've seen the glitch. Have you seen the glitch with the pillar before? I saw it with the V-Sweat and it freaked me out. I'd never seen that before, and it made me doubt my runs from then on.
Is it the one where like he'll jump onto a pillar and just like fall off?
It was something like that, yeah, where he usually is meant to do an attack on the pillar itself, but he actually like fell down or something. Yeah, it was something weird. You've seen it? Oh my goodness. Weird. My goodness.
Oh, okay. Here goes Flippius into Gideon, by the way.
By the way, that spin from Malekith always terrifies me because depending on the terrain, if he goes into a pillar, you might not be able to iframe through. Oh, you can, but it's perfect timing. So instead of like being able to roll past the first one and get past the second due to spacing, you have to time it exactly. So it's always important to either know the timing of iframes perfectly, or just simply make sure you're checking your back that you don't have a pillar there.
GG's to Baryon, and then also GG's to Flippius, by the way, for
GG's, guys.
Glint blading Gideon to death.
Very well done. Very clean fights, guys.
That's crazy. Yeah, the despawn on Malekith is really weird, though. Luckily haven't had that happen myself, but I've definitely seen it.
And run about to fight Gideon now.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
so a quick little freeze there. Yeah, I basically just red main cycle Malekith, so I've never had to deal with any of the crazy attacks personally, but I know it can be scary. All right, how many casts do you think it takes to kill a Gideon with?
I think one cast him, won't he? I could be wrong. Maybe 2. It'll be close. I reckon maybe left with a tiny bit of HP. What do you guys think?
One Sonaf cast and an auto attack.
The disrespect. He's leaving with a little bit of HP to make him think he has a chance. Oh,
actually,
sweet!
actually, one hit.
Damn.
Call me Nostradamus. You know what I mean?
Oh, he's not happy. Look at him. He's got the hand up. What is that?
Should only been one cast. I've put in extra work for an extra R1. Still GG's though. GG's to Ain, man.
Indeed.
Great strat.
Backflippius here. Oh, boned out. Maybe forgot something. Not sure.
Sometimes actually they just back out when entering the first time, so they have that increased distance. I'm assuming Backflippius is doing this because of the Night Comet spell.
Oh, really?
Where he has instead of having it where he spawns in with the boss right in front of him, he'll spawn in now where the boss is at the end of the room. So I give him the extra spacing for all those spells that he needs to cast instead.
It's true. You do get like triple the room as opposed to when he's right in front of you, and then he even does the initial drag attack too.
Yep. And here's Baryon now
Very
doing
smart.
Gideon with Serpent Hunter.
Oh my goodness! Oh, hold this man.
GG's.
Pretty ironic that Gideon, who is all-knowing, and he basically reads scripts all his life, is now getting scripted. It's just, wow.
Yeah, exactly. Absolute pain. Also, he talks a lot for being a dead man.
He does. It's like an anime. The guy's dead, but he's still talking. Oh, Josh saying there, another 20 from the anonymous donor. Thank you, anonymous. Much love, mate. Really appreciate it. Going to a fantastic cause. Means a lot. Thank you, man. Oh, well done. Backflippius. GG's. Quick work.
And he's around the
Very
final
clean.
boss now, too.
He is.
Here comes Ain with his Sonaf casts. First cast
my
already done.
goodness.
I think one more cast and he might already be in phase 2 at this point. That attack can be scary. Interesting fact, by the way. Godfrey will keep doing the... Uh-oh. Okay, that was terrifying.
Phase 2. He knows the damage. He has used Sonaf before. Whoa.
And we go for the second...
clean.
Oh, my lord.
What?
Okay. I guess easy clap is what they will like this.
He was going for a hug. Why would he do him dirty like that? Oh, mate.
You know what they say, Miyazaki's vision right there. One-shotting of phase 2. And Baryon's now on Godfrey as well.
We are neck and neck in terms of what is happening here.
And also Godfrey's stomps can be like really scary. I always forget the stomps changing when he does the transition into phase 2, where they turn into earthquakes instead.
I prefer the second phase personally compared to the first one. I find the first one, the lingering frames in those rocks sometimes can be a little bit terrifying. Because sometimes I might muscle memory roll as opposed to jumping. Whereas with the AoE, with it being instant, I do prefer it. Flippy, Jesus. My God, Flippy, holy moly ravioli. He just deleted him. He's gone. Flippy about to finish it, going across the finish line. Let's go.
Elden Beast
time. Oh
my
goodness. With the 0, he's doing it hitless.
He's got meteorite for this too. And he goes for the meteorite cast. He's channeling through while Elden Beast does the normal attack.
He's channeling his inner Goku. Instant transmission of Deletus. Ainrun as well with the fight. Oh, deleted as well.
Lord.
What? That should be illegal. Who allowed the Dan patch? What is this for the kids? GG's.
Down patching for the kids.
Baryon doing very well. also.
Oh, no!
Oh!
Flippius getting grabbed.
No, with the grab! Flippy!
That is rough.
got
Sadly,
flipped.
no one's getting the no-hit run today. But you know what? It was still an amazing watching
mate.
all these runners do their different routes.
Absolutely. Well done, backflip. Almost had it, sir. Almost had it.
Now Ainrun's going to do his
about to
last
finish him.
zone-off cast.
Boom! With the finisher.
GGs.
The fist pump right there. He is happy, Jan.
I think he's happy that he's winning more than he's doing it for the kids. I'm just messing. Just messing.
He forgot there for a moment, and now he's saying for the kids. Baryon about to finish the fight too.
Hey, we've reached our goal. Holy crap.
Guys, thank you so much.
$270 from BMAP. Thank you so much for reaching the $5,000 goal.
Thank you, mate.
GG's, everyone.
Legend.
Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. 270 buckaroonies from BMAP.
It's a lot of money.
That is a lot. That's you can buy a lot of runes for that.
Cause. A lot of runes you can do. A lot of runes. Mate, I can't believe people are actually buying runes from people. That is a lot of runes, mate. And at the same time, that is also a lot of Elden Ring copies. Thank you, BMAP.
Yeah. Thank you very, very much.
Backflip
Firm handshakes all around.
Yeah, exactly right. Backflip is making quick work once again.
And we're back on Elden Beast for Backflippius as well.
Baryon about to finish his fight too. Ainrun just taking the sip of water, getting the hydrate there. Actually, we don't know it's water, but we'll say it is.
All right, here we go. Trying to go for that meteorite cast again. Hopefully this time it goes the way he wants to.
Is there a bit of RNG in regards to that? With
It
the way
looks
that
like
flies
it.
off?
Yeah.
Might be.
It looks like it might be like you're kind of hoping that some of the meteorites actually hit Elden Beast because they do seem to miss here and there. GG's to Baryon, by the way. For,
GG's, nice.
Taking care of Horaloo. Yeah, the positioning after Elden Beast is always really interesting. And
Sure.
getting the perfect spot just to be able to get as much damage in. Oh, it's too far away.
No!
Oh, no. Pour it out, pour it out, pour it out. Oh, okay. Thank God.
Well done. On the point. Ainrun's just chin-chilling. Baryon getting ready for the last two boss fights.
Yeah, Ain simmering in the kids' victory. Everything for the kids.
He's doing a speech right now to the kids at this moment.
It was all dedicated. And Baryon's going into the final boss room now too. He's using Serpent Hunter for Redigan and Elden Beast. I wonder how.
Look at the concentration on that man. He is not blinking. Get him, mate. Baryon.
This fight can be a little scary sometimes, depending on what attacks you get. The thrust attack from Radigan is that one right there. It's so
quick.
fast.
It's fast.
It's gotten me so many times. All right, here we go. Going into the phase transition.
Want to make sure you roll into that. Don't roll away.
Should get the stagger here. Yep, there he goes.
Oh, clean as a whistle. He's got this. As soon as you get to that point where he's going to be going into the whole slam 3 times, it's GG's. It's done. Clean fight, Baryon. On to the last one, sir.
It's interesting how people are always saying, including me actually, how overpowered Serpent Hunter is, yet you had Flippius actually start later than Baryon and still finish before him on the Radigan fight. There's just so much damage in sorcery that I haven't realized until I started watching this run today.
It is incredible. And it's awesome to see people like backflippius, bring it to light too.
Yeah.
It's true. Josh is saying how amazing how efficient Flippy has gotten with this. The man's on another level. He is sorcerer incarnate.
Yeah. Here we go. Nice stagger, by the way, from Baryon. Getting the extra damage in, and it's probably going to go for the riposte on the Elden
Looks
Beast
like he's got the script down to a T. GG's Baryon. He's already tipping the hat. Mate, well done. Final finisher with the heavy. Let's go.
And at the same time...
Up.
And at the same time, Flippius. Let's go. GG's.
GG's, guys, with the casual flip of the hand there to finish it off. Good game, guys.
All around.
Hell yeah. Finishing off Ainrun with 3 hits. Baryon with the 1. Backflippius with the 1. That is a fantastic effort, guys. Getting hit only towards the end there. And Josh,
Definitely,
thank you for participating, mate.
Yeah. Definitely
Sorry,
a
mate,
fantastic. No, you're good. I was just gonna say, definitely a fantastic way of ending the event. All 3 runners finishing their runs and also finishing the goal.
Absolutely. Guys, can we have a GG's for all these guys? Claps in the chat for these amazing runners, Josh included. It's just unfortunate the gentleman was also streaming the event at the same time. Definitely doesn't make it easy, but thank you for trying nonetheless, sir.
Oh yeah,
Also,
this could not have worked out better, guys. It's like, look at the timing. Everybody's finishing like right at the same time.
Yeah.
We hit our 5K
sure this is
goal like
pre-recorded?
right at the same time. A little bit,
That was awesome.
a little
That
bit
was amazing.
too coincidental. Don't you?
Little
No, I'm just
sus?
kidding. Pre-recorded
sus?
event, pre-recorded donos. No, I'm just playing.
The runs
Seriously,
were handed
guys.
in last night.
GG to all the runners. GG to all of you for raising so much for such an incredible cause. And GG to everybody that made this happen. All the
Thanks,
commentators, all the runners, all the organizers. It was not just myself. We also had Hill, we had Sir Boggett hosting as well, doing all of this behind the scenes work that, you know, we couldn't do it without every piece of the puzzle here. So thank you everybody for participating. And
Much love,
thank
guys.
you to Ainrun for down patching for this event. Really made a difference for the kids.
Showing us how it's done.
It created nice variety. We could put it that way.
I was pretty stoked that we didn't see a single Serpent Hunter, really. I mean, we saw Serpent Hunter featured, but like it was mostly not Serpent Hunter.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
enjoyed that too.
I was hoping I could bust
so
out some Watchdog stuff. I was hoping, but you know, this game is totally different at like 30 FPS. Completely different video
sir.
game.
Understatement.
Just
And it's
letting,
not like you had time to prepare for this, Josh.
I was literally just like, it was an amalgamation of SL1 runs or RL1 runs, whatever you want to call it. It
Hey
was
guys, GG's.
GG Aim.
GG's,
Well done, mate.
everybody.
Baryon, GG,
GG's,
GG
guys.
Flippy.
Yeah, that was fun,
my God.
actually.
Baryon, backflip.
That was a
Ainrun,
blast.
Josh.
You all did
won,
really
though?
well.
I won
won?
in real time, but
Um,
Flippy won on in-game time, right?
Oh.
Yep.
I say
Well,
Flippy
typically
wins,
we
right?
would say IGT, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
think-
pretty
I
sure
think
that's
Flippy
the
wins.
standard.
Flippy wins.
Yeah.
Wait, what are we
GG
talking
Flippy.
Like 40 seconds.
40.
Damn.
That's insane. That's crazy.
Hey, I thought this was a speedrun event.
That's a hydrate check.
okay, buddy.
See,
What?
I see. I
Well,
see
then
what
you
the
lose on
confusion.
that as well, Ain. What's your
No,
time?
I don't have 209. How do I lose?
You
How
lose
do
by
I
down
lose?
patching. No.
Hey, yo, 209.
You were
with
making the
graphic
speech for the
Scion, mind
kids,
you. I
that's
spent
why.
5 minutes fighting that fucking stupid.
For the
Anyway,
kids, for the kids,
I love
for the kids.
everyone in the world.
And the kids, mate.
This
Well,
has been
really
a great
for
event.
American Heart. I should actually say it's for American Heart Association because it's like,
Right.
you know, it's not just, don't want to false advertise. Like it is.
But
it
kids
is,
also have hearts, Josh.
but kids
so I
do
know where
have
you're going with
hearts.
this.
It is for, but not
Yeah.
limited to the kids. You're
True.
absolutely right.
Exactly. And we actually hit the goal too.
Yeah,
right? This is
we did.
awesome.
We did.
Yeah, we did. At the very
Thank you
end,
so
we
much,
did.
everyone who contributed. Even just sitting here watching and taking part, having a good time. That's what matters. It's in the spirit of the event. So thank you.
I was
for
listening
the
in the
kids.
whole time while I was playing, and y'all did an incredible job with commentary. It sounded like the runs were amazing as well.
Yeah, I
So
can't wait
GG's
to
all
watch
around.
Mario and Domo's commentary.
It was great.
How is it that close? That's nuts.
Dude, I'm just saying, Elden Ring in 1.02 was peak Elden Ring. Okay, like I don't want to go forward in time.
All
It seems
right,
a little
we
bit
got
biased to me at this
We
point.
got
They
Boomer
ruined this
Ainrun.
game. Okay.
Back in my day, we
back
used
in my
Sword of
day.
Night and
Do you
Flame.
understand what has happened here today?
6
You
months,
cheated.
60 years ago.
You
That's
cheated
what it
and
was.
still lost.
You
How did I
cheated not
cheat?
only the game
How did I
but
cheat?
yourself.
You're like, you come into the Discord yesterday and you're like, hey, we're all playing patch 1.06, right? And like, yeah. And then Ain, today we find out at the start of the event, hey, I'm gonna play 1.02.
Hey, I never. Okay, listen. In my defense, I never said I was playing 1.06. I just said, hey guys, Are we all doing 1.06? And I didn't say yes. I'm doing 1.06.
Chat, do I take away his
Almost
mic?
sounds a bit like
Do I
false
do it?
advertising and on its way towards a Ponzi scheme, but we love you nonetheless.
And you're hysterical. Love you, dude.
I mean, at least I hope it was fun to watch. It seems like we were all like really close.
Yeah, I mean,
until
I was talking with
Yeah, I think-
with Josh offline. He said Ainrun was going to be banned from future events, which I thought was kind of harsh.
oh wow, okay. Damn,
That's why this
Josh,
was a
I see how it
pre-recording,
is.
though.
You got to do what you got to do, you know?
Rain, we were saying that you were pre-recorded because, and we were trying to get you to blink twice in a row to kind of prove that you weren't, because you were doing such a good job.
Dude, I'm actually surprised that I went all the way to Farum Azula without taking a hit. Because yeah, I've literally not done this run before. Because like 2 days I did this run and then they patched the game into 1.03. So.
Well, maybe you're just showing that this is why it got patched.
See
You're
anything wrong
showcasing
with
it.
it, honestly. I think they should nerf sorceries, personally. But
Well,
I mean,
everybody,
probably.
I mean, I'm not gonna
is-
lie. It was actually impressive to see that Flippius was actually out damaging Serpent Hunter with his sorceries. Like he did
Oh
so
yeah, in
much.
many cases you can. In
Yeah.
some cases you can't, but in many cases.
I cut him off. I'm sorry, chat. I had to do what I had to do. It is about that time, everybody. It was an incredible day. Incredible runners, incredible donations, incredible viewers. Could not do it without each and every one of you, and it is about time we call it an event. We hit the goal. We did the things. We did all the no-hit runs. Had some zero hits, had some laughs. Now, chat, it is about time we choose a raid target. What do you say? Let's take a look at the old Team Hitless page and see who's online. Got a lot of... I recognize, like, all these names. Look at all these people. Look at everybody, dude. This is incredible. Are any of the runners continuing their streams after this? Here, let me ask them. Or, you know what? I don't want to put anybody on the spot. I paid good money for this raid. Oh, I see. Yeah, you know what? That's an interesting idea. I actually like that idea. Let's take everybody over to another place that always raises money for an excellent cause. I see a bunch of suggestions in chat for it. Let me see. Probably helps if I type it into the creator dashboard, huh? That's a useful place to type it. Rate a smaller streamer? I like that idea too. I think I actually like that idea more. Just kind of going off of what I saw in chat. Let's see. Hey,
routed this before.
yo,
but
hey,
then
do you
I
guys
couldn't
have a
actually-
raid target suggestion?
Me.
How
I'm
about
actually
Boggett?
having-
Boggett's streaming.
Boggets? Okay, of course,
I think it's a good
absolutely.
idea. Absolutely. Let's do it. Good idea.
That's the
All right,
perfect
I'll see you
idea.
guys later. All right, take care. It was fun. I'll talk to you
See you,
guys
mate.
soon. Bye-bye.
Great run.
Yep.
Thanks
Thank
much
you,
for,
GG's. Thanks for
being-
commentating.
Yeah, guys, Boggett worked incredibly hard on making this event happen. We absolutely could not have done it without her. She definitely carried the load yesterday. She helped set me up for today. So definitely go over there, show her some love, tell her thank you for helping put on, like, biggest event we've had this year. And guys, hopefully we're going to be having many more of these events. We are planning to do more very soon. It's something we've been talking about, how we want to do more and more of these. So, you know, don't expect there to be too big of a break before our next event. But yeah, everybody, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope that you all had fun watching the event, watching all these incredible runners. Go follow everybody up if you haven't yet. There's our runners. There's our commentators again as well. And go follow Boggett. Much love to everybody. Thank you all for your incredibly generous support and for hanging out and having such a great time with us. I had an amazing time through this whole thing, personally. I know everybody else here did too. Thanks, everybody.